No, I have never done anything like this before.
Oh, great. So it'll be a fun time.
Yep.
We good? Hey, guys. We are the Playtest Dummies. I'm Mike Robinson.
I'm Mike Stevenson. Or Michael.
I'm Jesse Bolton.
Yeah, so I go by Mike. He goes by Michael. He goes by Jesse. Doesn't really matter at this point.
Fat Raccoon on Discord.
Yeah, Fat Raccoon.
Change my huggies. Go ahead. Feel free.
So this is a channel we've started. We want to start meeting designers, getting their games out there, their ideas. You know, it's all about inclusiveness, getting everybody and anybody who has a game idea. You know, playtesting is a hard step in the process. So, you know, as much as we would love to playtest every single game, you know, we have lots and lots and lots of experience with mechanics, I guess. So,
But alas, a limited lifespan.
yeah. But so the first game we're playing tonight is Fatal Fight Cards, a game by Void Arts, a man named Chris Trunks. Hey, Chris, where are you from exactly?
I am from Brisbane, Australia.
Brisbane, Australia. That's right. I just want to make sure I pronounced it correctly as well. But yeah, this is something we're going to start trying to do on, what do we think, Sundays and Wednesdays?
Right.
Yeah.
Taking the first
Technically, it's Monday for me.
Yeah, it's Monday for him.
I think we were doing first look at a game Sunday, and then we revisit it. What is that? 9 days later?
Yeah, 9 days later.
Following Wednesday. So any designers that get good feedback have some time to work on some things so that we can present the game in the best light possible.
Yeah, you know, have some time to work on some stuff and come back with maybe some fresh rules or something. You know, something's a little wonky, whatever. That's what we're here for. We want to help designers flesh out their game as well as playtest it and all that.
And of course, feedback from the community as well, which everybody's been wonderful so far.
Absolutely.
I guess we will want to clarify before we go any further that we are not here to review your game. You know, we are here to play test it and help you tweak the things you might need tweaked, or leave the things you know, there might be a mechanic you don't like, but everybody else, you know, hey, it works if you do it like this, and you might find something new. But, you know, as far as a review of if this game is, you know, market worthy or anything, like, no.
That's not what we're for.
Yeah, that's not what we're for.
No, if you're ready for that step, then you're beyond what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I completely appreciate the fact that you guys are playtesting my game. Like, even some of the feedback you gave me last night was awesome to implement.
Yeah, Jesse went to bed pretty excited.
He worked night shift. We worked morning shift.
So, do you guys want to add anything to that?
No, I'm really excited to be doing this.
This is going to be a lot of fun. We've been talking about doing something creative like this for a while, and it's finally starting to come together. We did want to announce something today. This is our first stream, so as you can tell, we are lacking a logo. We are lacking a graphics design for the Playtest Dummies. So we are going to be doing a contest for graphic designers from now until April 2nd. And we will anybody and everybody will have all the submission stuff put up later on Twitter. But submit your artwork, and at the end of the month, we'll pick who we like, and you'll get a $100 gift card for Amazon. So, be perfect.
Send me a brief. I've done graphic design.
Oh, great. Hey, you might end up making our design.
All right, that's right, viewers. Your first competition's right here. He's a game designer.
Yeah. But anyway, so what we'll start each week is doing just kind of a little talk show. We'll talk about big games that are out right now and games that are excited, and then we'll kind of maybe go into a few Kickstarter games, and then we'll go into our playtest game. So, you know, kind of tiered, I suppose.
Yeah.
But we recently played a game. Chris, I don't know if you've heard of Root yet from Leader Games.
No, I haven't.
That is a fantastic game.
Wonderful.
It's a game by Cole Werrell, and the artist is Kyle Farron. And amazing artwork. I'm not really big into war games. I'm really not. It's just not my thing.
Yeah,
but oh my goodness, this game does it so right. You have so many factions, and they all play the game completely differently. Like, everybody has their own board. It's amazing, and a good backstory behind it. But we recently played a 6-player match. So what do you guys think?
It was the perfect kind of chaos.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Best mechanics, worst mechanics?
No, My favorite mechanic is the fact that every single player is playing a different game while playing the exact same game.
Yeah, you have the cat faction who have pretty much taken over or are trying to industrialize everything. You have the bird faction who are trying to reclaim their kingdom. They have a secret decree they have to follow. What else was there? He played the river folk. You're pretty much running a business the whole time.
You're war profiteers.
Yeah,
it's great. It's awesome.
You hear there's war breaking out, and you're like, all right, well, let's go set up shop.
Or you hear war's breaking out, and as the vagabond, you decide that you're just going to go be hero of the people. Make sure you line your pockets.
Yep. And what's cool is, all these other players have so many pieces, but the vagabond has one. But he's such a crafty character.
He's immortal as well.
Yeah, unique game. They just announced a new expansion for it that's coming out to Kickstarter in March.
Very exciting.
March 14th or something like that.
That's like this month, actually.
Yeah, it's this month. Yeah, so
we should probably find an exact date for that.
Yeah, but it's just when it's hit Kickstarter, so we're gonna back that. Another exciting game. It's a classic game. It's from Stefan Feld. It's Castles of Burgundy. They are actually going to be doing a redesign of the graphics. This was a game that came out when they were trying to branch away from their family game division. They were focused more on strategy. This was the late 90s. People weren't that worried about graphic design. One of the best games I've ever played. Castles of Burgundy, Stefan Feld. Very strategic. They just actually released an iOS version of it. Also very fun. But the graphics were terrible. The board itself was so bland, the player cards were bland, but they just announced that they are doing a 10-year anniversary edition. 10-year, I think, yeah.
And if
20 year, something.
If you can go 10 years with bad art, but you're still very successful, you can tell there's a fantastic game there.
Late 90s, so it would have had to have been 20-year anniversary.
Wow, 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years.
That's not that anymore.
But,
let's not get on the subject of time.
Well, they're saying that now that you're in a generation, not really a generation, but a time when everybody, wants better graphics with their stuff, it's a good time to release this game. Classic game. Can't wait to see what the redesign does. Race for the Galaxy is another one. Tom Lehman has released a Race for the Galaxy board game called New Frontiers. Plays very similar to Race for the Galaxy.
A little more player interaction?
A lot more player interaction.
That's wonderful.
I believe the actions in this one are being selected by one person, and then everybody takes them,
That's an interesting spin on it.
So New Frontiers is another one we're going to try to play. We're going to probably start adding different segments to the show. Things such as, playing Root one night, we're just not playtesting anything. What else? I know a good one to talk about now because we have this game now. Not going to stream it because I don't want to ruin Legacy game. But
Betrayal Legacy.
Yes.
Looking forward to beating you in yet another Legacy game.
I look forward to flipping some tables.
Have you ever played the game Betrayal Legacy from Avalon Hill?
Betrayal of Legacy?
Betrayal Legacy is the one we're talking about.
No. I've actually played too many board games. I've been focusing on creating Fatal Flight cards over the past couple of years, and I've also been in college and uni and everything like that.
Well, great. Well, hopefully during the span of this show, we'll talk you into playing a couple of these because they are wonderful games. But
awesome.
Betrayal is a game of it's called Betrayal at House on the Hill. It came out in 1995. It was still Avalon Hill then. Bruce Glasgow did it. It's a very. How would you guys describe this game?
It's a modular adventure game
that
turns cooperation on its head because at some point during your exploration of this haunted house, one or more of the players may end up being turned traitor. Maybe they are a werewolf or some cultist or a plant demon or who knows.
It's just a lot of horror references.
Yeah. A crazy doctor or something.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
But he'll kill you.
Well, anyway,
playthroughs.
In this Legacy version, you're playing over several generations of this family. I don't know why this family keeps handing you down this absolutely horrible haunted house.
It's a large house. The property value alone.
Yeah, I guess. But what are you guys looking forward to the most on Betrayal Legacy? Because we've played quite a few games on Betrayal House and Home together. I think that was one of the first games we ever played as a group.
I would say being able to invest more in character stats, because I feel like there's a section in the beginning of the game where you're trying to pump all your stats up as best you can. Seeing how that plays out in a longer run game.
I want to see what kind of a cumulative effect there is on your stats and stuff over the generations, because playing Risk Legacy, it changes the whole map for the remainder of the game. And I'm wondering how something like that's going to be incorporated into Betrayal.
Yeah, the stairs are just not usable.
Yeah, you blew up the stairs, sorry.
Because today...
You didn't hire enough contractors.
It starts in the 17th century. It goes on to 2004, I believe. Which I don't know why 2004 was a random date, but I'm looking forward to it.
That's when we banned ghosts.
They were made illegal in like 40 states. The other few have been tagging along slowly.
So I'm definitely excited about playing it in the Legacy format. I think it's 13 games. It's the only thing I have about it is they put the same plastic coffins.
They haven't learned.
Yeah, they didn't learn how
some
bad
of them are too tight, some of them are too loose. You lose half of them the first plate.
There's little plastic sliders if you've never played this game, and they like to fall off and go everywhere, and then you lose track of all your stats.
There's a huge aftermarket for like better sliders and stuff.
And actually, there are a few designers on Etsy who have come up with some cool stuff for Betrayal Legacy. But I think that's all the new games I have to talk about. Oh, wait, no, I had a surprise for you guys.
The surprise.
I haven't told you guys about this yet. So I backed a game on Kickstarter last year from a company called Battle Entertainment Studios. And it is a game called Infinity's Defiance of Fate. And it is this large adventure game in the multiverses. They're thinking of different names of what to call these like higher beings, but they're thinking of like Rift Walkers and all that. Super cool game, 4X stuff, explore, exploit, expand, all the good stuff. This game hit all of its Kickstarter stretch goals. And so there are so many cool pieces and components in this game. I'm just going to have to show it to y'all, but if y'all get a chance, go over to Kickstarter, check out Infinity's Defiance of Fate. They have a cool project. It releases in this summer, hopefully.
We'll see.
So hopefully, once it gets published, it's gonna be a great game. But they've really been supportive too, because we've been chatting with them in the Discord channel. So yeah, that's a surprise I hadn't told you guys. There is a Kickstarter game coming to us that is a pretty massive game.
Awesome.
Oh, we'll have to show it off then.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But that is all for this week's talk show. And now we can get on to tonight's playtest. So
get our hands dirty.
We are. So we are playtesting a game called Fatal Fight Cards. It's from Void Arts. Our friend here, Chris Trunks from Brisbane.
Hello.
Chris is with us tonight. Chris, do you want to tell us a little bit about this game? Where you started with the idea? How you went about, following through with your ideas? Go ahead.
Alright, so Fatal Fight Cards, that it evolved after a long process of inspiration, as most games do. Like the original game that inspired it was Kung Fu Fighting by Snail Trail Games. That game had elements that I really enjoyed. It had you're creating cool moves and combos. And you had characters that you could build those combos around and whatnot. But it still suffered the player one, player two turn structure. So one player goes and then the next one goes, and one might get completely hammered during all that gameplay.
Yeah. We experienced some of that last night.
And then I had to think about it. How could I make a game like this different? How could I make it feel different compared to other combat fighting games and everything like that? So I started taking a look at some of the secondary game mechanics that you see in collectible card games these days. Primarily the fact that some decks in games are built around making your opponent discard cards or removing cards from their deck and sending it straight to the graveyard. And mainly the physical action of doing that is more painful to a player than keeping track of an arbitrary number that's in your head.
Yes.
And the other mechanic is the fact that when you can no longer draw cards, you lose the game.
Oh.
That's a fun one.
Oh yeah, so like you got two things going on there with Fatal Fight cards. You are constantly looking at what you got in your hand because you know that every time you draw cards, you're getting closer to zero. Every time you take damage, you're getting closer to zero, and when your deck gets really thin and really low, your decision making process is just on fire. You're just like you're trying to get the best out of the situation.
There was a couple of games that we played last night where about halfway through my deck, it's like, oh, I was starting to do 1-2 hit combos just to try to stretch my life out a little bit. And it definitely works very well. It's a very cool mechanic. Even when I was reading the rules, I was like, okay, your deck is your health total. Like, man, you've really got to think about which way you're going to be swinging. But another thing we really liked about it is what we discussed. It really feels like fighting. Like, you're going to get your ass kicked several times before you realize how to fight. You're going to be stunned. You're going to get swept off your feet a few times until you realize which cards are going to work best with which. The deck building part worked fabulously, I think. It was, because, you do it a couple of times, you're like, okay, let me pick a few more of these moves then and not use these, or all right, I see which ones are comboing the best now, and so the deck building part is a lot of fun, especially once you get whooped a few times.
Exactly. Yeah. That was definitely something I wanted to bring to this game that the one that inspired it didn't. That one worked off a central deck that both players drew cards from. And their whole theme with that one is that you were simulating the classic Chinese kung fu movie Tavern Brawl. So,
good stuff.
Yeah. Whereas with mine, I wanted players to have a large number of cards that they could get excited about to use and build a deck around an idea that they have. And just like you do with any collectible card game, however, this game itself is intended to be a single box game.
Yeah. Which I think works wonderfully as well, because I love card games, especially deck games, where you can just bust them out of the box and go. And if I ever want to change it up, just sell me an expansion. I don't know how you guys feel about booster packs.
We played Magic for how long?
Oh, dear God. I mean...
One of the things with Fatal Fight cards is that what helps the player decide on what basic moves that they use within their deck is the fact that each character has a set of special moves specific to them that are mandatory to put into the deck, and you can look at those abilities and be like, right, I can use these basic attack cards and all that to support myself and get to this point.
Yeah, very true. So, Jesse, what was one of your favorite mechanics playing this so far?
Mechanically, I really like the.
Well, I guess I should start. Who's your favorite character so far?
My favorite character is King so far.
Yeah.
But I have a predisposition towards any Muay Thai fighter. I feel like it translates all of his moves. All of the fighters feel unique. They feel like good representations of their various fighting styles. So the deck building and decision making feels natural. Mechanically, though, I would say I really like the combo system.
It is really neat.
How it allows you to get more attacks in if you can pull it off. And when you do land it, it feels so satisfying. I don't know why I keep looking at
I'm very happy to hear that. Like, this combo system is very new to the game, and you guys were actually the first ones to really test it.
Nice.
It's a privilege.
It is a privilege. Do you need the new rule set?
We should go ahead and grab it out. Just
Yeah, we
I'll
should
be
go
right
over
back.
it so
I'll
that
be
the
right
viewers know what we're doing.
yeah.
But yeah, Chris, if you want to talk a little more about this game while we're still setting up, please.
Sure. Alright, so the characters in the game were when creating the characters for the game, I had to think about what were the most identifiable things when it came to martial arts, and I basically chose the 4 most recognized ones within the world. I chose karate, and that's the one that Roku uses. Roku in the game, lore-wise, I'm actually giving each of the characters a background. Roku is a ex-Yakuza hitman type thing. Yeah, and he now works as a badass bartender, so nobody messes up his joint. Angela, she is a Taekwondo fighter. She is she's also in the military, so as you can see with her uniform and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
she does have a very military uniform on.
yeah, she was heavily inspired by characters like Chun-Li and the strong combo kicking characters. And I knew I had to try and capture that energy within the game as well, because like I myself enjoy kicking when it comes to martial arts.
I was gonna ask, do you yourself practice any fighting or martial arts?
I did not too long ago, but my circumstances prevented me from attending classes, which is something I forever regret.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got some rust
position.
on me now. It's annoying.
Oh yeah. You've had some, haven't you?
Yeah, I trained in Kenpo for 10 years.
Fair enough. Nice. The Queen as a character, she is basically an MMA fighter, which was actually the hardest to capture that feeling with the game. So I basically had her style focus is on a fast punching character who uses that to get in close, get you to the ground, and just rain hell on your face.
Yes.
Definitely what it needs.
And then we have King, the demon lord of Muay Thai, as you can see by his black eyes and everything like that. I wanted to have like that one character in the game that felt like this is the one that everybody's apt to beat. This is the shadowy figure of the world, kind of like how you sometimes see with Street Fighter and Tekken and whatnot. There had to be that one character that everybody feels like they're out to beat.
And it did get that way last night because we were like, all right, enough of King. I think
There would never be enough.
We threw Angela at King. We threw Roku at King.
Yeah.
Did we ever throw Queen?
We were saving Queen for today, I think.
Yeah, I guess
I
so.
called Queen.
All right, so King and Queen. This is going to be a nice match.
I'm missing a
Nice,
clinch and a
nice.
charge.
So if I start
Clinch
getting
and
crazy and
charge.
refereeing,
Charge and
y'all excuse any insults towards y'all.
Yeah, King was specifically designed to like his damage output is pretty crazy, but he's also very low on his defense.
I actually, you know what? I did notice that his defense wasn't quite as much.
Yeah, he doesn't have to guard. He's
Yeah.
out to end it in a different
Yeah,
way.
he just blows on through.
I must say, I do like the artwork on these cards.
Yes,
It is
absolutely.
nice. I know you were saying, though, you are probably going to have to change it, though, huh?
The artwork will have to change, simply because of the fact that we had an intern with us for 160 hours who was doing the artwork for the game, and but the problem is if it went to Kickstarter, then it would be too how do I put it? It's crazy stuff with student placement laws and everything like that here in Australia. It's a little bit convoluted.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah. So we are on the hunt for an artist to take the energy and feel of the cards that we have already and just bring them up to that next polished level.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely something we're on the hunt for.
Well, hopefully, even this channel, we can help you find a designer. If we could even do that, it'll be very successful.
That would be great. Our graphic design for the game is currently being done by Kyrul Hamden. And I believe he's watching the stream right now.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
From the Dummies. And, so if y'all are wanting to know what our platform is called, I guess you could say, is if you follow us, you have now gotten your entry into the Dummy Dome. The Dummy Dome. And then, what was the next tier, Mike? Did you do...
I think currently everything is listed as a Dummy Disciple.
Dummy Disciple.
But once we get a little bit further into it...
Boy, I cannot find this card.
So anybody who has joined in and followed us, welcome to the Dummy Dome, guys.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a fun fight. I cannot wait to show y'all this game. Are you guys quite set up yet?
We are missing a roundhouse card.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Cannot find it anywhere.
We had it last night.
We did.
Not one
That's
of
not good.
these. Well, it looks like we have to cancel the stream, guys. Sorry about that.
We're missing a card.
Sure, run away scared.
Are you guys missing a card?
Yeah, we had
we're
it.
not
We had it
entirely sure.
yesterday. Well, okay, house rule, you just can't play roundhouse. No.
I highly suggest when creating the deck using the old mana weave method. So for every 2 basic attacks, you stick in one of the character cards. That way you should be able to avoid character card clumping.
Okay, see, I was thinking about trying that out, but I was wondering how to translate the mana versus non-mana. But that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, the difference between basic attack cards and character cards in this game is that character cards all have a power cost, and it's by using certain card effects and combos that you can build up power to be able to pay for the use of character cards. So in that right there, it's meant to take the old arcade fighting game mechanic of you're smashing your opponent and taking a bit of damage yourself, whatever, to build up that energy. And once that gauge is full, you just slam down on your opponent.
Awesome. All right, we are ready.
So
I'm ready for some
have
slamming on the ground.
I did have one question for you, Chris. Now,
Yep.
I don't know if this was addressed already. Here. When it says that you can have up to 3 cards in your deck, does from the different techniques, does that mean you can pretty much build a slimmer deck that might be a little more powerful? As Jesse put it, kind of built yourself like a glass cannon.
If you want to die quickly.
Yeah, but it could be a viable strategy if done properly.
Could be. Like the deck is built around having at least 51 cards in your deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we figured. It made more sense. It's like, yeah, why would you want to lessen your life total?
Yeah, it might be kind of cheap.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take this.
All right, I'll go ahead.
So,
and
all
grab
right.
it.
So Michael, what character are you picking? I'm sorry.
I am picking the queen.
All right. So we have Queen.
Queen, the MMA fighter.
There we go.
And Jesse is King.
Versus the superior opponent.
Hold it down further. A little
A
further.
little further. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Look
All
at
King, the Demon King of Muay Thai. Yeah, his name's a little bit... The way I came to his name is a little bit funny. I looked up Thai names and everything like that, and apparently it gets down to the point where their names get so convoluted that they just give each other nicknames or something. And I was like, you know what? He's king. He's king of the ring.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is now, I guess, is this called the drafting round? Drafting phase?
The deck building phase?
The deck building phase, okay.
There. It's not pretty, but it's there.
Yeah, it's readable.
And so, if you guys want to go ahead and explain what y'all are doing as y'all are doing it.
So deck building for this game is each character has their own set of character abilities that are unique to them. So after you take your character's deck, you pick 12 different moves and take a set of 3. So you will end up taking 36 cards for your deck. So I don't know if you want to go back and forth or if you just want to take 12.
I
Doesn't
mean,
really
since
matter.
there's 2 sets, it doesn't matter who goes first.
We can kind of go at the same time.
Unless,
really.
you want to get really meta about it and watch what they pick.
They may not be in the spirit of the game. It might be. I'm not sure. So I'd say let's just pick at free.
No, that's what we're here to find out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead, craft your little strategy.
And I'll go ahead and pull everything else out of frame.
All right.
Done.
Full disclaimer: I have not actually played this yet. I have watched
Yes, he has
and
watched.
reviewed rules. So
He wanted to come into the stream very fresh. So
Bear in mind, you were watching version 5.
Yeah.
And version 6.
well, I
is
have
different.
read the rules.
Okay.
yeah, he read the updated rules, so it's all
right.
good.
Start with this one here.
Whoop, whoop. Oh yeah, and the cave make, is that how you pronounce that, Chris?
Yeah.
The cave make. This is his graphics designer that he was just telling us about.
Okay.
So hello, welcome to the Dummy Dome. I like saying that. I like saying Dummy Dome. And so we have these burger token pieces that we'll use as power. Burger Token makes really cool epoxy stickers. I mean, we're not really advertising for them. They're just neat.
just cool to have.
They're just neat.
Case.
So they are picking their techniques. There are 3 techniques. There are 3 cards of each technique they're getting. And y'all pick 12, correct?
Yes.
And then along with their character, they have a deck of ultimate techniques that are specific to them.
Yeah, the types of cards in the game consist of light strike cards, heavy strike cards, light kick, heavy kick, technique, grapple, and ultimate technique.
Yes. And so altogether, not counting your character card, you have 51 cards in your deck. And once that deck is run out, that is your life to 0.
As long as you take damage.
as long as,
past that point.
your damage, yes.
Indeed, when you get down to when you get to the point in your turn when you can no longer draw cards, like if you can draw cards at the start of your turn, but you don't finish with a full hand, then you're basically considered to be kind of like rocked or whatever like that. Kind of like that moment, like the moment something touches you, you're pretty much gone.
You're dead. You're not
And
dead.
that's the point in time where you want to pull Absolute Guard with a grapple, because that card there, I think it prevents pretty much all the damage from your entire opponent's combo.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so that...
But you got to discard 2 cards to do it.
Yeah. Oh. That's rough. That's rough, y'all.
It's definitely rough, but it will save you in a pinch. And if you can if you're at the point where you can no longer draw cards, then that's pretty much a draw condition if your opponent can't play anything proper or anything like that as well. I've always found it with this game, like with the original iteration, it was very, very different. Like there weren't independent cards or anything like that in the original versions. Old versions of it actually basically had like a Uno-like deck that was just cards with symbols on them that acted like mana for playing a list of abilities that each character had.
That's pretty neat. That's a
Yeah,
good
it was-
way to start fleshing that out.
Yeah, and I got the feedback to the fact that like the deck itself, the game itself, wasn't exciting because the cards in your hand and your decision making wasn't as strong a part of the process. And I basically did a 180 and decided to push the game in this direction, which seems to have gone very well for it.
Great. I cannot wait to see you guys start whooping each other.
Oh, it's gonna happen, baby.
So what are you guys planning with the match here? Is it going to be a best of 3, best of 5?
That's what we're thinking is best of 3.
Yeah, best of 3,
Okay,
King of the
fair
Hill
enough.
scenario.
Absolutely. So this is going to be
Awesome.
All right, we need to play on this side because the camera does not see anything above here,
Yeah,
really.
I'll let you guys know if you are
So
getting that
above
frame.
this line,
Yeah, this line right here. Anything below this line is great.
fantastic.
All right, so
I will scoot my.
I'll place my queen right here. And just to inform everybody who is viewing, the queen's special ability is that the queen causes +1 hits on light strike cards used in any combo. Queen may use charge when attacking with light strike cards.
And there's a great, well, not a great deal. There is a small amount of terminology that you have to learn to really get this game.
We'll kind of be running through that as
Yeah,
we play.
it's pretty simple.
Yep.
Just complex enough for you to do some decent strategy, but still keep the game light, easily playable, quick. Pull it off the shelf and whoop your buddy.
Yep.
All right.
Come here, buddy.
So, king and queen.
King's ability is that he causes +1 hits on heavy kick cards used in any combo, and he gains +1 power when you play knee strike or elbow strike. So, very reminiscent of good Muay Thai fighting.
Y'all want me to announce y'all?
In this corner. Go ahead.
Y'all want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
In this corner, we've got weighing in at 832 pounds, Mike. Give me a cheeseburger, Stevenson.
Please. I need it.
And in this corner, weighing in at a mere 82 pounds, we have Jesse. I need a biscuit, Bolton.
So much gravy, man. You need those biscuits, bro. All right. So,
We shattered everyone's
Top
ears.
card.
top card.
Lowest speed is attacker. Do it again.
So, this is how you decide who goes first.
It's you.
Alright.
Alright, bottom.
Let's go on the bottom.
Go on
Yeah,
the bottom,
let's
yes.
go on the bottom.
Draw 5.
And please, Chris, feel free to stop us if we're doing something wrong. And add
No.
anything.
This is a blind playtest.
I got
This
you.
is completely for you guys to interpret the rules as you go along.
All right.
As I interpret it,
you put
you
your king?
immediately take millions of damage.
Millions of damage.
As I interpret
This,
it,
game,
go fuck
this game's really called Jesse Wins.
Yeah.
Not based on this hand.
So, what? Alright, so speed is the primary stat that you use to play your cards with.
And each character has 6 speed at
Yes.
the moment.
All right. Now taking bets.
What's the infield on this?
So just to explain what they were
Like
just
right
doing,
there, right in front of
just
you.
doing, is Fatal Fight Cards determines its roles not by player 1 or player 2, but it determines it by attacker and defender. Before players draw cards, both players take a card off the top of their deck, place it face down on the field, and then reveal it. The card with the was it the low? It's the lowest speed cost.
Yes.
Yeah, lowest.
Yeah, the card with the lowest speed cost wins that, and that player who got that card is the attacking player for that round.
Yeah, so good. And then
We're doing it right so far.
Yeah,
Get
I
it?
was gonna say, we're doing it right.
I'm going to gain a power from knee strike,
All right.
and
No, you don't get to do that.
too bad I'm doing it. I'm going to play round knee strike. Just follow up 1-2, catch both them knees.
Okay, so
So, knee strike. Oh, takes him down with a round knee strike. All right, and so Michael is now the defending player, and he is defending these attacks.
yes, and I am playing a takedown, which gives my next strike or ultimate technique card charge. And spend 2 power to double the number of hits of this technique, which I don't have any power. So
I guess we could go over anatomy of a card while he's doing this.
Sure.
And
Where's a good place in this frame for this card?
Perfect.
Right there? Okay, so you hit
Maybe pull it a little closer to the camera.
a little closer to the camera.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Perfect.
Okay, cool. So in the top left corner here, we have the type of technique it is, with this being a heavy kick. Then if it has a power requirement, some kind of power cost, it would be in this top one. This is a basic move, so it doesn't.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Then the foot is speed. Like we said, you have 6 speed, so you have to pay that
on your character.
You have to pay that speed cost in order to play it. You can see it has combos that will lower the amount of speed that it requires to play, as long as you are able to complete this combo in your turn. Then next up is hits and guard, and you'll see how we compare hits versus guard to determine damage.
Yeah. So it's
So you get to declare what cards.
blockety.
Okay. So you're gonna block one of. You're gonna block everything but one of this,
Yes.
and you're gonna block one of this.
that.
So that's
3.
That's 5 damage for you.
5 damage?
Yeah. And then
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's right.
then I'm only blocking one of that, so it's 4 for me, and I'm not blocking any of this, but that doesn't do anything. So that's 4 damage for me. So we both discard from the top.
so you lost 4. He lost
5.
5. And yep, that's a good way to lose your health.
Quick exchange,
Yeah.
and then those go to the fatigue pile.
Yeah. The 50.
Yeah, it's the technical term for the discard pile. Then whoever has lowest becomes attacker. So I'm guessing that means that I would stay attacker, since we both have the same number of cards in
still
hand.
the same number of cards, so I'd imagine you stay attacker and stay defender.
If you wish to discard, it's at the beginning of the draw step.
Okay.
I think that's what the rules said.
So you have to discard before you can draw.
But you don't have to. You
But
may.
you can, yeah. You may.
Yeah. If you need to get things out of your hand, I'm not going to do that.
Nor am I.
It's too early in the fight for that
Yeah.
kind of nonsense.
Yeah, you guys still got some stamina. You're good.
Yeah, since the deck is your life, discarding to get things is kind of risky, kind of a waste of resources at the beginning, but you never know what crazy strategies might win out in a card game. That's it.
That's it.
That's all I'm doing. Just clinched up. Come at me.
Okay.
I would be taunting, but I felt like playing a clinch.
So if I choose to not play cards,
If you choose not to play cards, then you wouldn't be getting anything done.
yeah, this is true. But I mean,
It's true.
So you're choosing not to play cards, Michael?
no, I'm just asking.
Oh,
in
okay.
case.
I got you.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't be in your favor.
If I just didn't want to be in a fight,
just stand there and get hit.
I mean, he's
Well,
not hitting
yeah, I'm
me.
just
Is
sitting
the
there
thing.
and
And why
punched
would
up.
I waste cards when he's blocking 8 damage?
You're right. You're right.
So,
build some power.
Yeah. Let's see. His graphic designer said it isn't final. Will be getting polished. Nice. I can't wait to see.
Yeah. We've already got a new iteration of the card borders that we're working on.
I can't wait to see it.
oh yeah.
Something I was going to ask about is how would you feel about implementing? Let me see if I can get this back in frame. Where the hits and guard are, if you had them like somewhere up at the top, then when you go to compare two cards, then the hits and guard would match up. So if it was, instead of being straight up and down, if it was turned to the side, then it would make
that's something that we could implement.
Yeah,
that's probably a really good idea for us to implement that.
Be a lot faster to follow. Kind of like how have either one of y'all played something like Marvel Dice Masters?
I have not.
I have it. I'll have to show it to y'all one day. But it makes damage and hitting kind of difficult to read like that, and it would be better if there was.
Yeah, anything to aid the speed, because it's supposed to be a game of tension, right?
Yeah, that'd be neat. And it does. You can feel that speed and tension in this game.
Okay, so charge, that's what gives you the power, correct?
Boost gives you the power.
Boost
Charge
gives you the power.
allows you to spend 2 power to double the hits.
Okay, so it's just explained right there. All right.
And if anybody out in the community, if any of you guys have any questions, please feel free to chime in.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to throw this out there.
Okay.
That's it.
Nothing happens, huh?
Nothing.
Alright.
So it was just
discard? I'm not going to.
Yeah, I won't either.
Ooh. So who's attacker now? You're still attacker, Jesse?
I'm still attacker.
Okay.
Just letting you guys know that if I end up being a bit silent, it's because I'm waiting for the internet to catch up with the stream. It's a little bit janky on my end, but yeah.
Okay, that's absolutely all right.
Yeah, you are pretty far away. So.
Yeah, we understand. Yeah, I guess we can tell everybody where we're from. We are from the beautiful state of Louisiana.
Beautiful? I mean, yeah, it's great.
It is a beautiful
Alright, it's fine.
there's parts of it that aren't so great, but what place isn't?
Just so you guys know, my graphic designer is loving the feed because this is information that we really haven't been able to get locally.
And it's crazy that nobody's jumping on this because we've been thinking about doing it, and we said, well, no, let's get out there and start reaching out to designers, and man, people were all about it. So we were like, well, let's get the ball rolling. We would love to do this. I mean,
yeah.
People need games.
I'm honestly surprised by that as well. It's just like people when you're trying to get this up out amongst game design communities, it's just like people are so busy trying to do their own playtests and working on their own games that. And also real life stuff like work and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder for them to playtest other people's content.
Yeah, we see that a lot. We're actually working on our own game as well, and
A couple of them.
yeah, a couple of them actually. But we try to squeeze everything in when we can. Yeah. The important thing is when it stops being fun, then.
So that you're blocking like that.
We have a problem.
How do you guys do? What do you guys use for your rapid iteration?
We haven't gotten to that point yet. We're still at like the Google Docs phase of just kind of trying to flesh out basic rules and how the game might work, various gameplay loops.
Yeah, so we have a few things we're working on, but it's not quite to that stage yet.
So take 2 and 0.
It's flooded, yeah, it is. But you're right, get it on the table as soon as possible and get it rolling because
like the first time Fatal Fight cards even saw concept was printed character sheets and their combos printed on A4 sheets of paper with a whole bunch of the symbols for the cards just done the exact same way, and that was just to get down. It's like, right, does the feel of the game and everything like that do what I wanted it to do?
Yeah, that's the point we're hoping to get soon. I do want to start getting on the table. We'll probably even stream it. I mean, why not play test our own games on stream?
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that's the next thing we're going to start working on is trying to jump on that in between streams.
Mm-hmm.
But when you say it's flooded, you mean like the game market's flooded?
I think he's talking to you, Karul.
Yeah, you said it's no, just like I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's great to have those communities, and they're able to jump onto things like Facebook and all that. Like they can take a look at whatever your print and play is, but and give feedback on graphic design and whatnot. But as far as playtesting goes, you got to organize a group. You got to either get out to an event, got to have all your materials with you, and you got to have people that are willing to sit down and play the game. And what I noticed with local events is that 4-player games that require at least 2 hours of dedicated gameplay to do, it's very hard to give feedback on those because by the time they've gotten to that point, they're so established in their rules and whatnot that it's very hard for the designer to act upon feedback. Whereas the thing that I've found with my game, Fatal Fight Cards, is that the game is able to rapidly evolve based on feedback and whatnot, because we use the Adobe InDesign function of data merging. So we've got a spreadsheet out there that we can just edit the information, put it in there, and we set up the merge to happen, and it re-puts in all the information on the cards, and that's it. We've got a new iteration. We just print that out.
And you're at such a great stage in the game for any little tweaks and mechanics to be made to it. So
exactly, like we have our core rules for the game haven't been put into a rulebook format or anything like that. It's just quite literally a document.
Suggest pizza to bribe them. Hey, we're down for pizza.
I might have to start doing that. I might have to do that. But yeah, the
That's all I'm doing.
what was the thing? So yeah, the rulebook doesn't have any like complex graphic design or anything like that done with it. So it's easy to edit that. It's easy to react to feedback and implement new ideas.
Mm.
And I think
Jesse, what are you hitting him with? A jab and a
Roundhouse?
nice. Any combo abilities
Nice.
on that?
Nope, I'm not able to get a combo off, and I'm wondering. I know this is supposed to be a blind play test, Chris, but so on jab at the end of it, it says that you get a boost, but is that because of the combo, or like is the combo required in order to gain that power?
all right. So jab itself, it gives you boost without the combo, but if you perform it in combo with the updated rules now, you get 2 energy instead of 1.
Awesome.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is that, based on your feedback last night, is that instead of the combo simply reducing the total speed of the combo by 1, now when you perform a combo, you also get +1 power in addition to any power gained by cards within that combo.
Wonderful.
Since it seems that players will getting into power drought.
What you doing there, Queen?
Sweet. Wasn't sure if you guys heard all that. Janky for a
We
minute.
did. I'm sorry. I was
Invested in the game.
Yeah. But yeah, Jesse, Mike, what are you blocking with, Michael?
Oh, I am blocking with an elbow strike and a hook.
It's not that. Get help.
You know what? You just earned yourself an axe kick, sir.
And following up with an axe kick.
So with this right here, it says Pierce 2, defending technique, guard value is reduced by 2. So that means that would be reduced by 2?
If this is the one that you're defending that with, yeah.
Okay. That's how we're going to do it.
Okay.
Ah,
So that's
nice.
4 damage from this one, and 6 damage from this one, so that's 10. How much you taking? 2 from this, And
Nothing
none from
from
this.
So 2.
Yep. Oh, quite the swing.
And this is
Nice.
going to make me the next attacker.
So just to explain it to everyone that is watching the stream, the player at the end of the turn who has the least amount of cards in their hand is the attacker of the next round. There are sub rules for other circumstances. However, it's meant to represent like this player has got the momentum. They're putting all their ire into it, and they're controlling the flow.
Yes. I really like that mechanic because it's kind of like, all right, who's not as tired as the other person, you know, from that last attack. Like I said, it really feels like a fight. I myself have never been in a fight, but I feel like that's the style of fighting.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
That'll be our next stream. We'll fight.
We'll just fight club, yeah. You're learning plenty of moves here, so. So I know this is a little far for you to think about, but just out of curiosity, have you thought about any future expansions or new characters you want to add to this?
We actually have a whole bunch of concept images for characters that didn't get to the final version. So we've got a kind of like a thick boy sumo type dude.
Yeah.
Here's a
We had a gentleman boxer. So think Loveless from Wild Wild West
Yeah, that's what I
with
was
a
exactly
vest and
what I
boxing
was
glove.
thinking.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing right now is choosing to not play cards as the attacker to taunt him. Hit me. Go ahead.
Oh, so
Do
you are
it.
taunting. So let's explain this rule here.
The rule is he's going to take 5 for no other
Alright,
reason.
so the feedback I got last night ended up leading up to a couple of new little rules called taunting and stunning. So if you have no cards in your hand that you can physically play that turn because they might all have a power cost, but you are also the attacking player for that round, you can declare that you're taunting. If you are the defending player and you're in the same state, then you are stunned. And that's going to be interesting to lead to some new sub-mechanics that I will need to explore.
So what was the benefit of taunting?
I'm not sure what he was doing.
Okay, so this is kind of a...
Still got to build it further. That we only got that far.
Yeah.
We only got
I'll
that
go
far.
ahead and say why I did it, because I'm trying to build a better hand.
An
And
unbreakable combo.
And throwing some of this stuff here that I have out is just going to be a waste.
I see.
I would say that the advantage of taunting is that if you're as the attacker, you get to the next round, you secure your position as the attacker, even though you might have taken a bit of damage.
I'm going to destroy these two.
But but because you're not playing cards for the attack, I think it also means that your opponent technically can't play cards in defense.
Okay, so...
So if you're taunting, like the other player can't.
I mean, what are you defending if he's not attacking, you know?
I was thinking of it more as a counterattack than just a straight defense. Because if somebody's, saying, come at me, I'm coming at you. But I could say you would maintain your position as the attacker because you were still attacking.
So, rule said it's a rule we got to work on.
Yeah, it's definitely a new rule that only got implemented last night, so it's essentially something I got to explore.
Yeah.
I think that it could be, with taunting, you're allowed one counterattack, the sucker punch or something like that.
Yeah, maybe you can't play more than one card. Yeah, that would be neat.
Well,
So, yeah,
that would be a rule on the card itself. It would be like, if played in response to a taunt, gain 1 power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fun,
Stuff like that.
Yeah, so
mechanics.
there are lots of fun things I can do with that. So,
Or stuff
No
like
innovative
if you taunted your opponent in the previous round,
Do you want me to take back?
it could lead to like bonus damage or
we'll
their
just-
guard is lowered. That it's an entire and that's going to be fun to think about. Oh yeah. See, that's the thing. Like over the week between now and the next between now and the next stream, it's quite possible that we could have a completely new iteration of the game up. Oh,
Phone?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Cool. All right, Jesse, we got it working. It's back on. All right, real quick. All right, cool. Yeah, they can hear us. We're good.
Good deal.
Good.
Are we having any skipping in the video?
Yeah,
guys?
is there any skipping in the video feed or anything?
Because I just kind of set up the stream.
That might just be because of my internet. Australian internet is not well reputed.
No.
All the way there.
Yeah, well, K-Roll said it's good.
Do you want me to go ahead?
Like to put it in perspective, I actually had to mute the stream and listen to you guys here on Discord, so I'm not getting you here and then hearing you on the stream.
Yeah.
The stream, please.
Okay, so who is the attacker now when we left off?
It's still me.
Still him.
Okay, still Michael.
Yeah. One thing I seem to be encountering a lot of is having the combo cards, but never anything to combo with. And also having cards that cost power, but never having any power.
Yes.
So I'm going to
in fighting game fashion, you can continue working on trying to get that perfect combo. Sometimes you got to make sure you get a few hits
Sometimes
in.
you have to.
I'll taunt again.
So
Because I haven't had enough.
So we're doing just one sucker punch for taunts.
Yeah, let's do that because also you may not want to spend too many cards because I'm choosing to hold on to my cards and taunt you. So it may be also detrimental for you to lose cards
It's cool. I'm
at an
gonna.
accelerated
I'm gonna.
rate.
In
I'm
this
gonna whack my face.
situation, I see that the player who taunted and has started their hand with a full hand, they've got more of an idea of what they need to discard to, and what they want to keep, and then they draw up to their full hand.
Yeah, so you look like you're getting ready for a pretty powerful combo over there, Mike.
I'm trying.
Jamie just made a good suggestion. You can, so when you use taunt, you can shuffle your hand into your deck, then redraw.
Oh.
As like you may or you should. You have to.
I think it should be a May.
Yeah, I would say that's a you may condition there.
That'd be cool.
I would say that's not as free as flexible as the discard step, because this one quite literally you are taunting your opponent, but you gotta disregard, and obviously that's because you've got nothing in your hands that really works.
Right. You
Right.
can keep building, or if you're just like, I want to trash all this, but I don't want to be discarding a full hand of 5.
Yeah.
You know, taking a little damage so that you can shuffle your hand in.
So that's something I'll implement into the rules. We're gonna have to figure out something for stun.
Yeah, because that came up actually twice last night where he had all power cards in his hand and had no power to spend whatsoever.
I would say probably like the easiest fix would, or not fix, but like easiest way to implement some kind of extra would be to have a card effect that's like if your opponent was stunned last turn, these hits from this cannot be prevented or reduced to 0 or something. Like a specific move that's
Like you're-
meant to be used against stunned, like previously stunned
Like
opponents.
you're still trying to get on your feet.
And then get that one good hit in, but then the rest of the moves kind of have woken you up and you can keep playing. Queen, you're still on attack.
Yeah.
What you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
You can't hear him on the Twitch feed.
Through my
Ooh.
headphones.
So, kind of just came up with the thing for stun. It means that you can't block the first hit next turn, next card.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
That sounds actually wonderful.
Yeah, so the first card that they play on the... So you can't play anything against in response to the first card your opponent plays on the next round.
Ooh. Oh, we got a new follower, guys. Pop Corinne.
Hello.
Is that Hannah?
Hello.
Hello, Hannah. I'm glad you could join us.
Welcome to the Dummy Dome.
Yeah, welcome to the Disciples.
Now give me all your stuff.
Carol, can you hear Chris all right in the stream? Or Hannah, or any of y'all. Can y'all hear Chris? Says he's a lot quieter.
Odd.
Huh. But he says it's all right.
It should be.
Fair enough.
Okay, she turned it up, so it should be okay. Okay, cool. So
Hey, Stalin!
Yeah, this is the filibuster.
cool. Yeah, he said it's a lot better now.
Good
So
job.
have we had a whole bunch of taunt and stuns at the moment?
We've had 2 taunts
Two
so far.
taunts, Yeah.
Now
that each
just to
player
speed
having
things
taunted?
along, I'm gonna jab you.
You gonna jab me?
Just one jab?
Just a single jab. Huh?
Single jab. Single jab.
A single jab.
Oh my god. This actually brings up a bit of a story during one of the original iterations against a person I was playtesting the game against. Back before it had the combo cards and everything like that. I would play these, I would play the characters' combos and he would guard against them. My combos would do nothing. And then on his turn, he'd just play one card and punch me with that.
Just keep jabbing you.
But here's the thing, in that iteration, that was a viable way of winning.
Yeah. Because just hit him, make him get rid of 2 to 4 cards, you know, and then next turn hit it.
What?
So I nicknamed that playtester Saitama.
100 and hits the attacker's technique to throw.
That is actually my
Combo.
handle on most
So,
everything on my own is One Punch Mike.
The
Nice.
3 gets added to my 2, so this makes throw 5,
Okay.
and so it exceeds 3 by 2. So you take 2.
Hannah, are you in here with us? Are you watching us?
I'm gonna die.
I'd like to get some of Hannah's input on this.
The king is beating me to a pulp. It hurts. It's so bad. Oh, yeah.
I got a bad print on one of these cards.
Let me.
I can pull it up on my phone.
Here, I pull it up. You go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I just got a taunt again.
You're gonna taunt?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I've built my combo. Sorry you didn't get yours off.
All right, so why do we implement that idea that I had when it came to taunt? You can taunt. You don't get to do anything for that round, but you can take your hand, all the cards in it, and shuffle it into your deck, and then draw a new hand.
I like that. Would that be done after damage is dealt?
If you're yes,
Like the end of the round sort of deal, where you would normally discard, you can choose to shuffle and redraw.
Like, if you choose to taunt, you go ahead and shuffle your hand in, and then at the end of the round...
well, that's the thing. The taunt step is quite literally. You might need to explain that one, Camming. It's just like I don't know. I think he's referring to the sound.
Yeah, well, he said yeah after we said that, so I guess that's after damage is dealt.
But yeah, so
Oh, well.
I would guess after damage is dealt, because like we've got we've re-implemented the shaken rule, that if you receive damage equal to 4 times the current number of cards in your hand, you got to discard your hand in addition to taking damage. So if you still have your hand after that, I would say that you could do the shuffle, basically the mulligan.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna jam you.
Hey, is our follower thing not set up?
The widget? No.
Okay.
The widget is set up.
It didn't pop up
It's not
on
popping
the
up.
stream.
Okay, 2 followers.
I tested it earlier.
Okay, thanks for the follow, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's disappointing. Our little follow gift is pretty funny.
Alright, so I remain attacker.
Not get the card.
Yeah.
I think we may need to revisit the discarding character abilities for power. Because all this game would be over.
So you think that the ability to discard character cards in exchange for power is a good idea?
I think so.
I think it would be a good way to gain that extra power, but you're also having to put a card into the fatigue.
And you're losing a card that requires the power. Like, you're losing the whole point of the power for the most part.
Yeah.
There's a few things that add charge, and Angela gets... Right? No, it's Queen that gets to charge light strikes.
Yeah. Which I have not been doing, by the way.
Well, you don't have the power to.
Kamek just made the suggestion that with cards that have a power cost, you can discard them to gain a number of power. Okay, so we're not going to do... Okay, so it's probably not a good idea to implement tweaks during stream, so I will forgo doing all that. But there will be some interesting ideas for how to get more power and all that for the next iteration, which you guys will be able to mess around with on the next playthrough.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Yeah. We definitely want to be thorough and revisit things.
Yeah.
That's how you improve, right?
I'm looking forward to seeing this game on the shelf. So
Exactly.
as
I
possible.
want to see it on my shelf.
It better be on our shelf. No, this is gonna be the kind of game you buy and we play enough, and then you're like, you can just have it, dang.
Oh, Risk Legacy. I don't ever want to look at this again.
Get out of my house.
Yeah, Kenny says power is one of the newer mechanics they are tweaking, so it's relatively new. That we'll see some changes in.
There you go. I'm just gonna play those two. There you go. They do stuff, but not together.
Not a whole lot. You know what? I gotta get rid of some cards. So,
Is it set in OBS? Like, is it on there? Like as like one of the overlays? It might be set in the back on accident or something.
It might be.
It just K-Make said there in the
and that's
the chat. I have been rather ruthless when it comes to rules and changing things and upgrading things when it comes to iterations of the game.
Yeah. Well, like K-Ming said, can't be afraid to kill your darling when it comes to changing the mechanics.
Did you buy a bell for this?
I didn't! Oh my goodness. We have a gavel.
Yes, it's sitting right over there.
I'm sure we could find something to use as a bell.
As long as you don't hit me with it, it's fine.
No, I'm the one who's gonna hit you with it.
Oh, I see.
Alright, so I'm gonna keep the same deck.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So, who won that one? I'm sorry, I missed
Jesse won.
Jesse won! So, Jesse is the winner. Round 2! Fight! They're gonna use the same
Round
deck.
2, shuffle slowly.
Shuffle slowly. So, yes.
We played enough Magic to know how to shuffle fast.
Oh, so best 2 out of 3. And, we'll see which one of you guys are gonna play.
What time is it?
It is...
5:17.
Yeah.
We got some start.
Oh, yeah, we have plenty of time. We have plenty of time to go through this.
Game moves fast.
Yeah, it does move fast.
Yeah.
But that's another thing I like about it. You know, it's a very fast-moving, fun game.
It's always good to have some like quick to set up, quick to play games. You know, when you don't have an entire evening or something to set aside.
Absolutely.
You still
Just
want
so
to
you
get
know,
going.
I said shuffle.
So, if you are just tuning in, we are doing best out of 2 or 3 matches of Fatal Fight cards. Jesse is our man to your, I guess on camera it would be to your right, and Michael is on your left. And we are going into round 2. I wish I had a bell.
Whack, whack, oh god, it hurts. Why would you do that in my ear?
Just break somebody's hand.
So have you guys played many other card games that follow this formula, like having characters that fight each other and whatnot?
Personally, no, I
Not
have
so
not.
much, no.
No, we've recently been playing some Keyforge. But you're more of Archons who have a deck of Acolytes who are fighting for you. I'm trying to think of any other games. Oh my goodness, man, we play a lot of games. But no, none that really follow this format. I think that's what really piqued our interest about it.
Yeah. Not.
There's a few out there, because there's like there's Exceed, and then there's BattleCon.
It was.
I know. One of our friends was telling us about the Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
That works with a similar. Keyforge is boss. I love it. Is it bigger in Asia? I'm excited that they just announced the Third Kingdom, etc. Yeah.
I've been looking at Jab Real Time Boxing,
Yeah.
which is a similar. It's not similar to this game, but it's a similar kind of like fighting premise, but it's played completely differently.
Yeah.
And there was another one that it kind of was inspired by, I think, that had gotten pretty popular. That was like single characters, but it was still played with this 2 deck, one hand on the other play style. So
We had recently talked about
Alright.
just a game design idea
Let's
that
do
hasn't
Pierce
gone anywhere, but maybe you have a deck of fighters, maybe 2 or 3 fighters, but more like fantasy type fighters, and then you have a deck for things they're doing with their left hand and things they're doing with their right hand. But Elder Scrolls Legends is a very similar card game to that, so yeah, it gives me another reason to buy 20 Keyforge decks as well. I love the format because it's, I guess it does take kind of some of the fun away from the deck building aspect, but every deck is designed to win, and all you have to do is play that deck multiple times, and you'll eventually figure out what you need to do. It's a lot of fun. I've actually taught my wife the game, and she loves it. She's actually a lot better than I am. I've showed Jesse, I haven't showed Michael yet. But, Michael, you introduced me to Magic the Gathering, so I'm sure you're going to like it.
Yeah, I had to stop. It was bad for my health and my wallet.
In your wallet.
So
Jesse is attacking.
no, I'm
He's
attacking.
attacking.
Michael's
I
attacking.
just managed to pull off a combo on defense.
Oh, wow. So tell me what this combo's doing.
So it's an elbow strike into a sidekick into a round knee strike. It gives the round knee strike breaker. So if the attack sees guard, it ignores all guard instead.
K-Roll's a sweet combo.
So
Ooh.
this is 3
This
damage.
is gonna hurt.
4 minus the 1. So that's 3, so that's 6, and another 6, that's 12.
12.
That looks nasty.
5.
I'm
Shadow
taking
said roast,
It has
Jesse.
Pierce 5, so it goes to your guard
It's Pierce 5.
because of this.
I see. Okay. So I'll take 5. You
I'm
take
taking
12.
12.
You hear what I said, Chan told you?
Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. King gets +1 hits on heavy kick cards using any combos, so you take 13.
13, man.
4, 5, 6,
Please
7,
follow or get cut. That's not scary. Yeah,
9,
murder.
10, 11, 12, and 13. And here's 2 more for it. You have fewer cards than me, so you become the attacker. And I hate you.
Hate us because you hate us.
Oh no, it's Nightbot being bossy. Better make Nightbot not be that bossy. It only timed him out for 5 seconds. Okay. Damn, Nightbot.
Oh.
I think Chad might want to get cut.
Oh, Chad's on there?
Yeah, Chad's on there.
Oh,
I've
get
been
him
told
out.
y'all twice that he said something to you.
I don't care about Chad.
He didn't mean that, Chad.
I love you, Chad.
So, Chad, we are. Chad is actually, Chris, somebody who got to play test this game last night with us.
He was the one playing Roku.
Oh yeah.
He was the one playing Roku. So, Chad, this is our friend Chris Trunks from Brisbane, Australia, and he is
Hello?
the designer of this game.
You better be nice to him, Chad.
Yeah, Chad was really into it as well. But he also is he's into a lot of big fighting games as well. We play quite a lot of Smash.
He likes
Smash
to
Brothers
think he
together.
can play Smash Brothers.
You too, Chad. So, like, Chad, I heard you really liked Roku. What do you think? Like, did the cards, the abilities right now? They're a lot. The character cards they have a lot more simplified in their abilities right now. What do you guys reckon? Like, having played this iteration, do you feel that the simpler character abilities are better than the more complicated ones?
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Chad's
Yeah.
going to see the.
Yeah,
these
you
things.
know, Chad, if you're listening, you can get on Discord with us and discuss.
If you would like, yeah, you can.
You
talk
you
to
should be already in the channel.
Yeah, come on.
Did he have an invite? Did we give him?
I'm sure Gabby.
Well, he can follow it through the Twitch channel because I put one up.
Yeah. Chad, we'll throw you up on the Discord channel. You can talk to us.
Yeah, real time instead of this typing business.
Chaggity taggy.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind coming up with a nice mixture of the simplified characters and more complex and more flavorful ones. But the point of making the character abilities more simplified is more to... Hello!
There we go.
Hey, Chad.
Hey,
What's up?
buddy.
Hey, man.
So yeah, we were talking about your playthrough of Roku last night.
You take 4 and I take 2.
Oh, it was. It's a really. It's a.
PS4.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Defender +2.
I really enjoyed it. I thought Roku was great.
Take 1.
Yeah, like Roku was originally designed as to be the character that was very balanced in how you approach the fights with him. Strong offense, strong defense, but not great at either.
And you take 2.
Oh yeah.
So the more,
I'm sorry.
if somebody wants to pull up the character card so they can show Chad what his new abilities are.
Where is the new Roku?
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Here, Chad, we'll show this to you. You have to pull it up. Yes. There you
Sorry, I'm like super unstable. Blurry?
go. Yeah, pull it back just a tad.
Might as well read it out. Yeah, just read it.
Yeah, read it out.
So Roku gains
As this channel grows, we'll eventually get some better stuff to show cards.
Roku gains +1 guard versus light strike and heavy strike cards, and gains +1 power when you prevent 3 hits versus light strike and heavy strike cards. I'm guessing that means at least 3 hits instead of like halfway 3 hits.
Yeah.
But yeah, much
Might have
much
to
more
pull it back a
versatility.
little bit. That's a bit fuzzy. There we go.
Yeah. Chad, you still in there?
We muted and stuff.
Okay. He has a few children's, so
Yeah, you might be dealing
Yep.
Be handling
Yep.
it.
So how many cards do you have in hand? You both have 4. Right?
Yeah, we both have
So I'm
4.
still on attack.
I'm sorry, we're pulling all the attention away from the match.
It's okay. Don't bother watching me do these guys.
Yeah, I had to mute myself for a second.
No, you're good.
It's all good, mate. So, Roku's new abilities are basically he receives +1 guard when defending against light strikes and heavy strikes. So, any card that he plays against those types of cards receives +1 guard. His second mechanic now is whenever he prevents 3 or more hits from a single from a combo, I think it is, he gains +1 power.
Yeah, so
That would be a lot more helpful.
a good way for you to get more power and really throw out some of those combos you were trying to do.
Because that was the only time I felt it was lacking. Because I would have a bunch of power cards in my hand, but no power.
Hook. You're gonna catch a hook.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So you're just making one hook, huh? Just a straight hook.
Just one attack? What are you planning?
So this is king and queen. So Jesse's playing king, and Michael is playing queen.
Alright. It's no damage.
He's like, hold on. I'm not done kicking you.
I've seen that move in a Magic a lot.
So just to put it out there, one of Roku's moves, like his ultimate attack, I actually had to research the naming convention of karate moves to actually figure out what the name for that attack would be.
Yeah.
So the way they do it is the first name is what part of their body they're using, what part of that part of their body they're using, and what you're hitting.
That's pretty cool.
It's something
So
like
his entire technique is, and when you see his hand coming down, like basically smashing somebody on the back of the neck.
yeah,
God.
like backhand fist or something.
Oh, paralyzed somebody.
That was heavily inspired by the manga that I really enjoyed called Holy Land, and had a character. And it was heavily inspired by a character in that one who does karate. And this person came at him and came through like the typical football tackle towards the middle and everything like that. And then he just went down low stance and smashed that opponent straight down on the back of their neck.
That's awesome.
When I saw that technique, I was a bit like, I have got to use this.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about this game is it has so much potential.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of people say with it and whatnot. I would love to be able to like take it further because like in playtests and everything like that, there's so much I could build upon with it. But I don't want to get to the point where there's so many sub mechanics and everything like that that it becomes complicated to know what you're doing during a turn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To also one move like with King, his knee bomb technique. You might find it funny how he has the double fist in front as well.
The sock.
That was inspired by the movie. Have you guys heard of that one?
The audio dropped. What were you saying?
Okay, so King's knee bomb. You know how he's got the two. Well,
It cut out at the exact moment again.
Doesn't
oh
want to
wow.
know.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So King's knee bomb. You might find it unusual how he has the two fists out in front as well.
Yes.
But that was inspired by the first fight scene that you see in the movie Ong Bak. And there is a split moment where the main actor in that one, he's in that fight, and it's a very quick frame that you see, and he ends up actually quite literally shoving his knee and two fists into the opponent to knock him back.
Wow.
As many hits as you can get in a small amount of time. That's what matters.
No, I haven't seen the movie, but I do like.
Oh yeah, Ong Bak is a great film if you like Muay Thai.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen that in the store somewhere.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Get it. The not Ong Bak 2 or 3 or whatever, like just get the first one. But yeah, the
Now that I
fight
got my audio
scenes-
fixed, yes, I've seen On Bak.
There you go.
Yeah. You watch like the Ong Bak film, the fight scenes in that were heavily used to inspire the artwork for King as far as like the posing of his techniques and whatnot. Like the with King's soft tongue or whatever like that, the elbow strike move that he's got, that was inspired by when you saw the main actor in that one quite literally leap through the air and bring his elbow down like an axe on someone's head. I don't know, so like that movie really gives you a sense of impact with the Muay Thai moves, and especially with the way the actor moves. It's just like you don't want to be there. You don't want to be on the other end.
So what are you doing with all this?
Block.
And block. Were you able to do?
I was not able to do the combo. But
Okay.
the breaker.
The breaker is part of the combo.
It's part of the combo?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, he was saying last night that on like the ultimate, like on the character moves and stuff.
Oh, I see. It ignored. Wait. Okay.
It's
In
it's a
addition, this attack gains breaker. I see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fuck me.
Oh!
What you get for being bad? So what are you doing? You're blocking this. So
The shit talking's getting heated.
so this cat gets up to 2, right? So it's 6.
I admire Jesse's
So
ability
blocking
to just
that.
grasp games.
Yeah,
This quick.
he does.
And his
So-
incredible luck.
But Pierce.
Unfortunately, he didn't get to play a takedown for that one, because if you play takedown for that card, it's just woof.
And
It goes nasty.
Oh yeah, is that the one that
take
like
2 from this. That's 3 damage
is
for
it
you.
3 directions? No, that's throw.
7.
Yeah, that's
That's
one.
So I'll take 1 from
Yeah, the
that,
game is trip,
and
throw,
take 1
takedown,
plus 2.
takedown, and Queen's takedowns. Because there's 2 of them. Queen has her own very specific
So I'll
one.
take 4.
Ooh.
3.
So, yeah,
No, it gets plus 2 hits.
So that's the takedown you're saying.
So it will be-
before that.
5. You would take
Oh, okay, I remember that one now.
Yeah.
plus 2 hits.
Gross.
Defender. plus 2 hits.
Right.
But I love it.
Oh, so for this counter, you're dealing extra instead of
Should I hopefully maybe get some time when we do
So-
the stream, be able to play this more.
Okay, sorry. So
Oh, yeah.
how many hits is
Yeah.
this dealing?
Life about it.
6.
6. To my 3, so I take 3 from this one.
Maybe eventually I can get my kids into it.
Then
Hey, it's a rapid, it's a very fast and engaging
okay,
game.
so I take 5 from
Well,
this.
it reminiscent of
And
something
one
I used to
from
play in my childhood,
Four,
the Dragon Ball Z
5,
trading card game.
6.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
But since it's not upping
It's-
the
there's
the
only
guard
like
of this
a-
one, that means this only
ways
has a
that-
guard of 2, so you're taking
But
3.
It's extremely
this.
reminiscent of
And
that.
then-
That was just
and then,
loads of fun.
and then,
But I see how
2 from
this
this,
one
so
has a
5
much
as well.
faster play style. Something that's you could do a quick 2 out of 3.
Yeah, very quick to add 3 with this one.
Hold up.
Um,
a quick
it's-
recap
it's-
of that round. What just happened?
I came at him with some moves, and he unleashed some bigger moves, and it just kind of canceled out. We both took 5 damage.
So it just kind of exploded.
Yeah!
So who's attacker now?
He's still attacking.
I'm still attacker.
Wow.
I see.
I used
See,
all my
Michael's
defensive
missing a bunch
moves
of
for
power.
my attack,
Yeah, he is.
so that I could continue being attacker.
No, I'm sorry, Chris. I interrupted you. What were you saying?
What was I saying? I got distracted by looking at the cards you guys were playing and whatnot. But Queen's Ground and Pound, that one. Are you guys familiar with the anime or manga History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi?
No.
Ooh, no, that sounds interesting. Now.
No, but you're opening me up to new things, and that's okay.
Oh yeah. So that move there, that move there was heavily inspired by actually the Muay Thai character in the game, who is one who could not hold back. And just let me find an image on Google, and you'll see what I mean.
So you cannot ever have more than 5 power, right?
Yes, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just fun. Here we go. I just found the exact page that it was from. So I'll just open that in a new tab.
Okay, post it in the Discord if you can.
Yeah, I will. So this is the image that inspired Queen's Ground and Pound. Oop, actually, wrong chat for a minute there. Oop. Here we go.
Badass.
See, my intern, the one who did the artwork for the
I see.
never done dynamic combat poses or scenes or anything like that before. Her characters had normally been quite static, in their posing and whatnot. No implication of motion, and she hadn't really done a black and white style before. One of the main reasons that we need to get the artwork updated for the game is that many of the poses are not quite as proportional as we would like them. Some of them feel very stiff, and it was because we really had to go quick and dirty with pose references.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I want to find and ask to take this artwork as references, so we don't have to mess around with iterations or anything like that, and really bring the artwork to just that next level.
Yeah. And that's a cool picture. Death God of Muay Thai.
Oh, whoa! What the hell? Oh man, you're pulling a sock coup.
Yeah, I didn't even get the full combo off for it either, though. But
How much damage are you about to do?
this is.
See what I mean,
17
Chris?
damage.
This is exact crap I'm talking about right here.
Right from Jesse.
Oh wow!
Alright, that's...
Is that just a standard basic combo with the?
Yeah, that's just a basic
with the big
combo.
gun? Whoa!
King opening up with an elbow strike gives him some extra power, and that reduces the cost of hook, so that lets me play an extra cross counter before ripping off the sock coup.
Just a sec, guys.
All right. Clip it. Clip it.
So what you doing?
I don't know, man.
Alright, back.
All right. So you're gonna try to block this the best you can, Michael, but I think you're in for a.
Yeah, no, this is gonna hurt.
It's gonna be okay. You can pull it back.
Do you guys think that with King being able to have at least a couple of moves that he can quickly gain power off, do you think I should bring up every other character to have something like that?
It wouldn't be a bad idea. The best rule in game design, in my opinion, is keep buffing, don't nerf. So if the answer to the power drought is to give everybody those abilities, it would make King less of a powerhouse, but it would balance the field a little bit more because I have just been cleaning up with King. So three matches undefeated so far.
He's a tough one for sure.
Oh yeah. Alright, so I'll have to look into that.
So you're gonna block all of this one.
I felt like Roku was a good
You're gonna block
match
half of this
against
one.
them. As long as you could get the power to go up against them, if you had those cards, it wasn't as bad. It was really it seemed like it'd be a balanced fight.
You take
Yeah.
9.
And you're gonna take...
And some of the troubles you were having last night, Chad, he's already addressed it.
Nothing
So
from that
it's already flowing.
I can't wait. From what I've seen already, what they've been playing, it's flowing a lot better already, and it seems like things are just really coming together.
I'm just gonna take 1 here, so that's 3, and then
Because it's a hell of a lot of fun.
So I take 4. and
That's the
then
thing,
9.
like, the more
Yeah,
playthroughs
for
you
sure.
guys do, the more feedback you can give me, the faster and more precise I can iterate on the game.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hey, I'm loving that. I've always wanted a game like this in card form.
How many are you discarding?
Jeez.
I'm not discarding any.
I mean, I'm sorry. How much are you?
I took 9.
Took 9.
You're
Back kick is a good one to play in this situation. I think that one solid effect when played in response to things.
Yeah.
But that might be an old iteration. My drive. Take a look at it.
I was about to say, do a few of the cards have an in response ability?
I might have to start implementing those. So back kick. Yes, counter. Anything that uses counter is basically something that does stuff in response.
Yeah.
So when a card has counter and it has a value next to it, if you are the defender, the things are basically different for each one. So cross counter, if you are the defender, it gives you +2 guard, and it also has boost. I might have to actually put that boost to a separate line just so a player knows that they can get that regardless of it being played in counter or not. And back kick. Actually, no, I think I might have linked boost to playing it in counter. Huh.
Okay. Alright, here it is. This is going to be the end of the game.
Alright, let's explain this as you're doing it.
So, I'm going to play sidekick. It reduces the speed cost of my next heavy kick by 1. Since I played it as the first technique this round, I gain a power. Then I'm going to play clinch to give my next technique charge, so I can spend 2 power to double the number of hits in this technique. Then I'm going to play Kaoloi. Spend 2 power and another 1 to play it, and 2 to activate the charge from clinch to double the hits to 12. It has Fury. Hits from this technique cannot be prevented or reduced to 0.
So
that's
a
it.
light kick into a grab into a heavy kick. Wow.
Into a guard.
Into a grab.
Like I'm kicking.
Just to put it out there, you can
forward.
reduce the attack's hits to 1, just not 0.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah.
So when it says hits from this technique cannot be prevented or reduced to 0, it's specifically 0. You have to take something from it. It's more of a chip
Yes.
move. Okay.
Okay.
Well, block that 12 with the best of your
Nice.
ability.
Hello, everybody just joining us. We are in the second round of Fatal Fight cards with Jesse Bolton and Michael Stevenson.
Michael,
Jesse.
give me a cheeseburger.
Give me a
Yeah.
cheeseburger.
Where's my
Yes, we are
And yeah, Jesse, I need a
accepting all donations in form of cheeseburgers.
in the form of cheeseburgers.
I like heart disease.
And that's another reason we're excited about this channel, though. We're already having a ton of fun getting to talk to designers, getting help them with their games.
yeah, absolutely.
For anybody who thinks that we're trying to profit off of your games, that is the furthest thing away from what we're trying to do. We are no way trying to profit off of.
We're here because this is fun.
Exactly.
We want
This is
more
fun,
games.
and this is what we want to do. Yeah, and this helps feed our game addiction.
So this
Yeah.
is not a combo.
It is not a combo.
That's
You cannot
unfortunate.
throw me. I'm sorry. I mean, you can still throw, but it wouldn't.
Has anybody managed to successfully play one of the combos that are on the cards yet?
Yeah, I played a
yes,
couple.
he's pulled a couple off.
I have
A
not.
couple off.
Yeah, he pulled a couple off last night, and they were pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the new rule of completing a combo gives you a power. I've been successfully streaming that along.
Yeah. So I think that was a good fix.
Oh, darn sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting on 1 power over there, huh, Jesse?
Yeah, I'll just use 3 of it.
Well, here's the best I can do.
Oh no, is that going to be the end of the match?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. But this really is a game where you, a lot of times there's cards you want to hold on to, so.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, we've just implemented
That's all
re-implemented the old shaken rule. In this iteration, it is if you receive damage equal to 4 times or more the current number of cards in your hand, you discard your hand in addition to taking damage.
Yes, that's what I was
Do that.
clarifying with you guys earlier.
So wait, what?
Neato.
You can discard it to prevent the damage, or you discard it in addition.
In
to the damage?
addition to the damage.
Right. So
It's basically the equivalent of a critical hit.
Yeah.
you don't want to throw my Kaoloi?
Gross, but fun.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll be nice enough to be like, hey,
Oh,
shit.
is Michael going to pull something out of his hat?
he might. So he's gonna block 6 of my 12 from the Kaoloi,
Nice.
but because he's using throw as the defender, he's going to add my 12 to the throw. So that's a 14 throw against something that has a 0 guard.
Good move.
Double throw. What?
Don't be throwing me. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Throws have a lot of guard.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, they have 5.
6.
Oh, 6.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Takedown.
Yeah.
So takedown's gonna block all of this and deal nothing in return. Then your elbow strike is gonna be
It's gotta be blocked.
Yeah, it's blocked. Then unless you were doubling it up on something else, like
No.
okay. So the throw is you're taking 6 and I'm taking 14. Is that right?
Yeah, 14.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Well, that was unexpected.
4,
God damn.
5, 6. My last card. You just barely got it.
So Jesse's the winner.
Well, not quite.
Oh,
He's still on his feet. He's just a little wobbly. He doesn't get to draw
I
any
cannot
cards,
play the cards I have.
and I can still draw up to a full hand of 5.
Yeah.
The chat.
What do you mean?
Because he wants to post the actual game. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and not in the chat.
Nah, he threw in the towel.
Figure it out.
Yeah, Chris, I forgot you wanted us to put the link to the game so other people can play it. So I'm going to have our moderator over here get that fixed so we can post it on there for everybody.
K-Mag just put out a finisher!
So do you still want us to post the link to your game in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Like, I can throw up a share link for the rules. So I'll just copy that one. So this, yeah. And I'll just get the PNP. So this here is the link for the drive that has the. Oh well, I can't send links in chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's trying to fix it right now so you can.
Okay.
She doesn't give any fucks.
Do you guys want to add it to the description of this video, or just want to add it to the description of the video when you guys
When
post
we
it
go
up?
to post it and replay it?
Yeah.
I mean, however you want to do it, that'll be fine.
Sorry, what was that again?
So what are you doing, Gabby? Did you get it fixed?
Okay, he should be able to post links and go ahead and press disable
See ya, Chad.
on emotes.
Okay.
Wait, Chad's leaving?
Oh, Chad, take it easy. The disable and exit emotes. Okay.
Yes. Okay, and caps.
Gotcha.
Okay, so he should be able to post the link.
Okay, you should be able to post that link now.
Alright, so here is the link for the playtest rules in their current form.
So
That is a file that's constantly being updated, but I might have to make a new one for it. And here we go. Do I have a...
I'm not sure
Okay, so...
how to do that.
BRB on there.
Get shovel.
I don't have it.
Right.
Okay.
On
And...
there.
Yeah.
All right.
If you guys are gonna smoke, you
And-
can leave this up here. It won't be a big deal to say, hey, we're taking a break.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
All right, guys. So Jesse and Mike just finished their match. So Jesse was the winner. I'm gonna come back and play him. We're gonna take a quick break, real quick, go get some water, and we will be right back. Give us about 5 minutes.
Right, sorry, I'm just having a little trouble getting the shareable link. Here we go. There we go.
Okay. Did you catch everything I said, Chris?
What was that?
Did you catch everything I said?
No. Well,
Okay.
what was it you said?
We're gonna go take a quick break, get some water, and we'll be right back.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And here is the link to the print and play.
Wonderful. So anybody who wants to play that, there you go.
Link to print and play PDF.
Goodbye, Blackers.
All right, Chris, you still there?
I did hear him say that he needed coffee.
Yeah. We'll wait for him today. But not next time.
Next time.
It's alright, I should probably shuffle.
Yep, I'm shuffling.
Came down to my last 2 life, but it was worth it.
I think I got a powerful deck.
You're playing Angela?
Yep.
You make sure to mix in lots of
Kicks? Oh, yeah.
Alright, so who we got here this time? We got King and Angela.
And Angela, absolutely.
Alright, just here's
Hey guys.
All right, we're
Hey,
back.
there he is.
So
Yeah,
now
I was just very quickly talking to K-Mank and about the ideas for the graphic design and for that. You guys have given us some great feedback on that.
wonderful.
There you go.
I'm
One of
glad,
our plans is to definitely shift the stats up to the top of the card so that you can just look at them all compared to each other on the table.
Yes. Yeah, wonderful. I'm glad we could provide some valuable input. I am going to be playing as Angela and trying to take down Cuba,
Nice.
the reigning champ.
You can try.
So a lot of kicks. A lot of kicks in this deck.
Alright.
Nice,
so,
nice.
The announcer. Here's the announcement. In this corner, right over here, you cannot see him, but he's here, trust me, is Mike the Mike! And in this corner, it's that other guy that's still here for some reason. So...
Fight!
I'm just moving her, man.
Alright, I'll be right back very quickly, guys. I just need to get myself a coffee.
Go ahead.
go right ahead.
I was hyped for this. I was up at 5:30. Alright, be right back.
Alright.
Alright. So, very riveting session of shuffling and looking at cards.
You want to cut?
I didn't let you cut mine.
Did you reveal cards to see who's
Not
going
yet.
first? Put those cards back. Reshuffle.
Cut me! Cut me! Cut me!
Cut.
I love drinking poison.
Roundup. Sponsored by.
Sponsored by Playtest Dummies.
And don't be looking at your cards yet.
Oh yeah, we gotta.
We gotta figure out who's attacking. It's me! Oh. You just go on the bottom.
Ooh.
Yep, Chad's gonna get cut. Didn't follow us. I'm very upset with him. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna let him know.
Alright, well, since I am attacking, I'm going to elbow strike, 2 power, then into a hook. This is 2.
So coming at me with an elbow strike and a hook.
Yeah, straight out the gate, elbow.
Combo on that is a clinch plus an elbow strike.
Yup, double hook into Saku.
Oh, why? That's such a powerful. Okay. Charge with a back kick with a throw.
What you, how you assigning defense?
So charge gives gains pierce, so defending technique guard value reduced by 5. I have to play a light kick or heavy kick after playing charge. If I am the defender, deal 2 hits and also gain a power. It says Angela causes +1 hits on light kick cards used in any combo.
That would be things that are specifically
I got you.
as combo.
I got you. So this we're gonna one of the hooks, and then the throw will end this combo.
Well, I didn't actually use this combo.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have a clinch. So
I need those clinches, man.
So you're gonna throw my elbow strike, not my Saku.
Oh, I see. Because I'm not gonna be taking that. I see. Yeah, like that.
Okay. So let's do this damage here. 7 versus your 6, so you'd be taking 1 from that. But my 7 is added to your 2, so that I'd be taking 9. Then this deals +2 hits. Right? You charge your back kick, so that gave it Pierce 5 as well. So that depletes all of this. So that's 6 more. Wow. Alright. So I'm at 6 and 9 already. So it's 15 damage already. Then this deals nothing. So I take 15. And you take what? 3. Let's see. 7. That blocks 2 of this. So that's 9. And you take 1 from this. 10.
Okay.
So you take 10 and I take, what did I say?
And so is this where I discard? You take 12.
I take 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Wow. Was not expecting that so early on.
Yeah, take that.
Can't make it.
It looks like Mike just did.
So I believe the discard step is the beginning of the draw step. So you can discard, but I'm still the attacker because I have no card. So since
I have returned.
He has returned.
You can discard if you want.
Okay, I won't.
There was just a rather nice waylay on both sides.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
This
Angela
Jesse
brought the
fellow
hams
took
in.
12.
You really love that sock coup card, man.
I do.
He did. He threw it down.
First attack.
That double knee, double elbow clinch. Well, it's not really a clinch. It's a
So you're still the attacker?
4-point strike.
Yeah. It hurts either way.
It hurts. Oh, I didn't draw enough cards. Look at me. I'm good at math. Still the attacker.
So, how many hands do you guys find? How many rounds do you guys find that it takes for at least one player to be defeated in the game?
I'd say a good 6.
I have not been counting.
Mm-hmm.
You really haven't.
We probably should.
That's something to
It
pay
feels like
attention
it's
to.
been an average of like 6 or 7 rounds.
Okay.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Considering that, like, games that use like things like damage shields, or you use cards that count how much health a player has and whatnot, they generally go for an average of around about 5 or 6 of those. Having a average time to kill in the game of being 6 or 7 rounds on average is actually pretty good.
I'd say so. I'd say it's a decent length of time.
Yeah.
It's not too short. It's not too long.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if it does happen to go faster, that's not really a bad thing either, because, you know.
Because it is a combat game, you know?
Yeah.
Is that all you're doing?
That's it. That's my attack. Back kick into Cowboy.
So, here's a question. So, with takedown, your next light strike or heavy strike technique gains charge. Spend 2 power to double the number of hits of this technique. let's say I played the elbow strike and it gives me a power. Do I already have to have the 2 power, or could I get it from that card?
No, the activation comes after.
That is a
the
very
card's
good question, and I was just thinking about that. As players, do you think that it would be... how do you think that should work? Do you think it should be like you have to have the power on the field before you can do that? Or should you be able to do that and then suddenly have enough to be able to afford the charge effect?
Like Jesse said, I think the charge ability should happen after all cards are played.
Yeah, like you're activating the abilities after you've already gained the resources from.
Yeah. So you're paying all your resources just before you get into the damage step.
I got you.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, I can see that because you can be in the middle of a combo and a fight, and you get that little adrenaline boost or something.
Yeah.
And you
get that little bit of extra power, and you'd be like, yes, I can pay the charge effect on this one nasty card.
Yeah, so charge again.
So it gives your downward roundhouse Pierce 5, huh?
Yeah. And that to that.
I like
charge and the downward roundhouse.
Are you sure? Because Pierce 5 isn't going to help against this.
So it's good. This one's going to have to be against that. I see.
I might have to clarify a quick misinterpretation there for you guys.
Go ahead.
The boost from back kick currently only activates when you play it in response to an opponent's attack.
It's part of the counter. I
yes.
see. Okay.
So other than that, you're just playing a card that has 4 hits and 2 guard.
I wouldn't be able to play this cowboy. That would do my
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to play the Cowloy.
So
sorry I didn't pick up on that earlier for you.
Hey, that's what the playtest dummies are for.
So that's what one of the things with it is that a lot of the light striking cards in the game and light kicks, those are the because they're the lowest damaging attacks. I had to give them something to make them relevant, so that's why I gave them boost. So they're the power generators. So anything outside of that with power generation is purely circumstantial. So that one, if you had been playing that in defense against an opponent's attack, then you would have been able to get that extra power.
Okay. Cool. I understand that now.
I'll have to clarify that on the cards.
Yeah.
So I will instead gain power this way.
So instead of it being a full stop, I will say and gain boost 1.
Well, good.
Yeah, I would say in the card descriptions where it's detailing different things. Because I've seen like some cards where the boost is kind of meant to be there separate from the combo, and then others where it's not, or from the counter or what have you. I'll have to work on that for the next. I'll have to definitely work on that for the next iteration. Yeah.
So that's how I'm going to do that. The charge with the downward roundhouse.
Now that works.
Yeah.
Double knee.
Okay.
It's like you've done a knee strike, then jumped up on the guy and knocked him in the face with your knee again.
With your foot, just
All right. So what you doing here? You're dealing 6 to me with down roundhouse and
any guard reduced by 5.
I have no guard there, so you're taking 11 and I'm taking 6.
Is that how this works?
This has no guard for it to pierce.
But it wouldn't pierce that one?
The charge gives this.
Oh, so I have them backwards.
Okay, so you take 6 from this, and then 5 from this. So you're taking 11, and I'm taking 6?
Yeah.
Alright.
Ooh. Ow. You know, it's really hard to tell at this point who is leading.
I'm about half.
Yeah.
All right.
I got 3 cards in hand.
I have 3 as well.
So I stay attacker?
Yep.
Getting winded.
And now I can discard, right?
Yeah.
Discard 2.
Doo-doo-doo. The suspense is fucking killing me, you guys.
I'm going to back kick. You like kicking people, huh? Get kicked.
Kicking for days.
Alright, so first off, back kick.
Hey, nope. Perfectly synchronized violence never solved anything.
And then, then I will play spinning hook kick with that power. This attacker exceeds the guard of the defender's technique. It ignores all guard instead.
Okay.
So what's happening right here?
And then,
I'm taking 10 damage. Is what
Yeah.
it is.
Ooh, I like that.
And you're taking 2.
Let's take a look at that.
You get the 2 automatically there.
Yeah, it's part of the 10.
Oh, what? Double back
yeah.
kick to each other.
It's like fighting a mirror.
Ooh, is this one getting very close?
It is.
Did you take your 2?
2, yeah.
How many cards you got in hand?
I have 3.
Well, you're a defender now.
Right.
Or you're attacker now,
Yeah.
rather.
Wow. I know this is about to seem crazy.
Oh, all right.
Just gonna be
3
tripping me all over the place.
So 3 trips.
Wait. 3 trips?
He's
Yes.
playing 3. Count them. 3 trips.
So 12 guard.
on attack, so you don't even get the cancel ability.
No. I know it seems crazy, y'all.
It does seem crazy.
Well, let's find out if he's crazy. I think he is.
So as defender, I don't. If I get to choose what things are going up against, huh?
Yeah.
See, this is the lovely part about all this. I can design combos and everything like that, but I don't see I would never in my head see a player play 3 trips in a row.
That's some good guard.
Here, let's just make it 6
that's some
trips.
good guard. That's some good guard.
That's about it.
I mean, what are the odds of having all 3 of them in your hand at the same time anyway?
This is 5. Yeah, I can't do anything else with that.
2. So I'm taking 2.
So this has Pierce 2. So you're taking 2 from this, and then you're taking this has Pierce 4. So you're taking 5 from this. So you're taking 7.
Okay.
Like tripping people.
Well, it's one of those things like, I really don't know what to do, so the best I can do is lessen the blow to myself.
You tried.
It wasn't as bad as it could have been. So. I have 2 cards.
Looks like you need some pierce there, mate.
So you're still attacking.
Get you some Pierce.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to gain a power from back kick and a power from knee strike. So I forgot to do my power. Oh, buddy, we're in some trouble.
So, what's a good way to get power again?
Either through your character abilities or through completing combos or.
Yeah, so one of the things now that we've implemented as a house rule for this is that whenever you perform a full combo as listed on one of the cards, you also, in addition to the speed cost of the combo being reduced by 1, you also gain boost 1. So it kind of gives you that momentum set up for the next turn.
Okay. So.
So we got an elbow strike and an axe kick coming out.
And then.
I'd love to arrange a playtest with you guys on Discord when we're both on at the same time, because I can't see the cards as you guys are playing them right now because of the delay.
Yeah.
I've quite literally got the stream muted, so I'm not getting double speak.
Oh yeah,
from you guys.
Yeah, we were worried that that might be a concern. Are you?
Yeah.
So echo over Discord.
Yeah, I'm listening to the Discord, not the stream.
Okay.
Yep, that's what I do.
That's what you do. You sure?
Yeah.
All right. So we got an elbow strike followed by an axe kick followed by, what does that say? Jumping front kick. All right. I'm terrified, you guys. This is some hardcore violence right here.
Alrighty then.
So is that an addition of doing the combo or just an addition period?
So that's what I was talking about with some spacing. But he said with jab that you get a boost regardless. It's not part of it. So I'm guessing elbow strike.
Like you take 3 additional hits that ignore your guard.
No, that's only part of the combo. I thought you meant the boost itself.
Well, I mean, I was just wondering, because it had a comma there. But.
So
your guard value will be reduced by 2 there and reduced by 3 there.
Going to jab. Power. Then back kick there. Gain power. And it deals 2 extra hits because I'm defender. And then round knee strike with the full combo and breaker, so I gain a power. So
there we go. We got a nice full combo happening here. 2 full combos?
We got a nice full combo?
Just one combo.
Just one combo?
Yeah, I didn't have enough to do all that.
So you lose 3 guard there, right?
This pierces 3 guard.
Be sure to pay attention to Angela's special effect.
Yeah.
When you manage to pull a full kick combo with her, your next round, you will have +1 speed for that round.
Gotta get them combos, man.
Yeah, well, I ended up discarding through a lot of them. I was like, no!
Okay, so this is 3 being blocked by 2, so that's 1 damage for me. Let me do some math here. This deals.
That's actually not a bad idea there.
This deals 2 hits immediately. Then 4 more blocked by that, so that's 1. So this is dealing 3 damage total. Then this is dealing 6, and I'm taking 5 from it. Then this is dealing 2 damage to you, and I'm taking another 5.
Yeah, I don't think you're surviving this, buddy.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Because mine goes off first, huh?
No, they go off at the same time.
Okay.
So,
you can double KO. Yeah,
Cool.
we covered that last night.
Nice. Both get rocked
So
in the jaw.
you lose 11.
I lose 11, and you lose, what was it? 7, 8, 9. You lose 9.
Definitely KO'd. Let's see if you're KO'd.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Wow!
A double KO.
A double KO. Nice.
That doesn't really count as a dethronement, though.
So that's what I'm saying. Sure. So I guess it's still.
I would say that would give you both a win.
Yeah.
As far as going for the 2 out of 3.
Okay.
So you both have a win.
Yeah,
and we got
it's
time
like
for
5.
one more round.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized.
Yeah, we got 30 minutes left.
That it doesn't
Oh,
actually
wow.
on that.
Nice.
Yeah. So double KO.
Double
Nice.
KO. You
I almost
each get a-
So we got 1 win, 1 double KO.
Yeah.
So it's 1 draw.
And so this will be
This will be the deciding one.
the deciding match.
Yeah.
Can
And then the other
Jesse hold on to his title, or will Mike the Mike dethrone him?
And then the follow up, you guys might have to decide who plays me. Who knows?
So
I'm
from
gonna
the
keep
looks
Angela
of
again.
things thus far, I've got to try and bring up the other characters to match King because he seems to be too dominant at the moment.
King is very dominant.
He does seem to be a bit
Angela's
dominant.
pretty mean.
Angela is pretty mean.
The thing with the queen
Yeah.
is combos. You need to be able to combo with the queen. So bear that in mind when you're building your deck for the queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that was part of my
Yes,
issue. Was
she's not. She's definitely not a straight up damage dealer. She needs to be able to get that power up because with her special thing is that she's the only one who can use charge on all of a basic attack type.
Right. Yeah, as long as she's able to pull off those combos and get the power from the combos, she can make anything deadly.
So implementing more ways to gain power in the game is definitely going to be something that I'm going to be working on.
I
Because
feel
I
like
want
that
to bring
would,
everybody. I want to bring everybody up to the same as King because like he's the one that seems to be the one that like pulling off his combos easier and everything like that.
Yeah, I definitely feel like adding some power gain to it, figuring out a way to do that without breaking the game
Okay.
would help kind of balance and possibly speed things up.
I think with King, with King it's mainly the fact that like he has that effect where he can gain power from 2 of the basic attacks.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of it because that way he's actually got more power acceleration than any other character.
Yeah. It certainly helps.
Whereas I feel like Andrew is a good counter at the moment for him because like if you get that full kick combo off, then you have the advantage in speed because if you pull a combo the next round, you're guaranteed at least a 4th card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that helps. Getting that 4th card out there.
Am I the attacker?
You are.
Alright, so let's take a look at these.
So we got a side kick. We've got
A hook and then a trip.
There we go. What are you gonna do about it?
Oh, wait, I gotta get power.
Uh-oh. Here it comes.
I'm going to charge into a... I don't really need to use that for that. I want to keep that for the combo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to keep charge behind. I'm just going to knee strike that and uppercut that.
Alright, so countering with a knee strike and an uppercut.
Yeah. I pierce your guard on both of those, so I'm dealing 9. Yeah, that's all I was going to do for that.
So I'm doing 14. Wait,
So you do 1 damage here,
Yeah.
and 3 here. Yeah. So 4 to me, and 9 to you.
All right. So.
Oh, and I gain a power from restrike because I'm king.
That's sickening.
All right. And I have
All right.
2 left in my hand.
So that makes you the attacker.
Right.
Again.
I am going to. I'm going to discard 1. Yeah, being able to discard before the draw step is definitely
An improvement?
yeah, definitely an improvement.
I feel like it balances itself too because you're adding to your fatigue to do it.
Yeah.
You're cycling through your deck, burning things away so that you can get something better.
Have you guys found yourselves using the new taunt rules at all?
Not yet.
Not yet. No, I haven't had a situation come up where I need to just yet.
Yeah, there's always something in my hand I'm trying to hold on to.
Yeah, that first game we played was the only one where it was really necessary to taunt.
Yeah.
That's probably because of freshly made decks. You know how they are with mana clumping.
Oh, yeah. You know, just draw 12 land in a row.
Mana flooded! Oh god. So much terminology in Magic the Gathering that applies.
It's ridiculous. Tornado kick.
Don't do that.
No.
You can stop
Ooh, someone's pulling Tornado Kick. That's a nasty one.
So,
Let's have a look at
I
that.
double the number of hits in this technique.
The combo?
For what?
So, quick
so
question,
it's 2
guys.
to play it and then
Just-
another 2 to charge it. Oh, I see.
Go ahead, Chris.
So, just a quick question. Have you guys found yourselves being able to implement the charge effects on cards?
I have pulled it off one time.
Yeah, you need a little too much power to get that going.
Yeah, and
Too much power cost on them?
Well, because like Tornado Kick, I have to pay 2 power to get it out and then another 2 power to charge it.
Alright.
Yeah,
Alright.
King so far has been the only character that's really had the power acceleration needed to be able to pull it off, and even that's been, I've only gotten it off once.
Yeah, I'm
All
really
right, I'll have
excited
to
to
think
see
about
how
that
this
one.
game grows and evolves.
Yeah, that's definitely one I'm going to have a look at.
All I can really do is a takedown to add some more defense there.
Why are you so worried about defense? Also, as the defender, I get to choose like what my cards are going up against. So,
Oh, you're right. So it'd be pointless to play that.
I mean, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
You
go
sure?
ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
This is nail biting. Charred and a hook.
Here's the real funny thing about this game with its very early iterations and playtests. I lost a lot. Players were able to quite literally pick up this game for the first time, and they would kick my ass.
It's like every game Jesse brings over here to me to play with him.
That's how you know you've made a good game, though.
Yeah. When players can like quickly pick it up and beat you at it.
This gets Pierce 5,
Yes.
so none of this nonsense guard stuff. You're going to take 5 from Roundhouse. I'm going to take 2 from Jab. Do this. Then, I'm going to end up taking 4 from Tornado Kick. And you're going to take 4 as well from Counter Hook. Then Charge does nothing. And I wasn't able to get the combo off, unfortunately. So I take...
So I lost 9.
I lost 9, and I'm taking 6.
Ooh.
This is looking pretty one-sided in favor of the king so far.
I don't know, we're not too far away.
You never know. Sometimes those big combos come out. I'm attacker this turn, too. So.
All right.
Oh, no.
Guards down.
I don't know. We got any bookies with any bets placed on you guys?
So you're an attacker?
Yeah, I'm attacker. Discarding this.
Discard that.
What's he gonna do this time?
Dang, I shouldn't have discarded that. Oh well, it's too late now.
So something to think about, like, what kind of, actually no, I'm gonna have to do this after the stream just so I'm not flooding the chat with it or anything like that, but like, what are some of the, like, trigger mechanics that you guys probably just think of off the top of your head that could respond to taunt and stunning and quite possibly being shaken? Shaken itself is actually a very dangerous mechanic already. It's very punishing. And it's basically the equivalent of a critical hit, so like having additional stuff piled on top of it, probably not a good idea.
Yeah. That's a very good question.
I think that, in the instance of being shaken, that the next turn, or the next round after being shaken, could treat it, and maybe even taunting somewhat the same way, where you get, say you're taunting, and they respond with a basic technique or something. And if they're shaken, then the first attack or something is automatically hits. They can't defend against it. It seems like it would ring true to a lot of fights, because there are those situations where you just get shaken and then you get pounded and it's over.
Yeah, true. It's definitely something I got to think about. Because like I've just gone through the cards now on the spreadsheet, and I've added in the boost effect in addition to the -1 total combo speed cost to all the cards, and that'll be implemented on the next data merge.
I mean, alright.
See, I will give this advice to any people out there who are game designers or anything like that hope to be able to create games and whatnot, especially for tabletop. Learn how to use data merging.
What are these cards going up against?
You don't
and
have a combo, do you?
I don't have a combo.
If you want to make games quickly, learn how to data merge. But also find software that lets you, like, it might not let you do what your complete vision of the game is, but it'll help you rapidly iterate on what you want your game to function as. So one of the things that people get like very caught up with at the very beginning is the artwork and graphic design of a game. When you're doing your designing phase, you don't give a damn about that. You want your rules to function as you intend.
The art can come later.
And that was another thing.
Yeah, the art can...
that we were saying for this channel, like, we don't want to dive too deep into people's artwork, because we understand, like, this is just placement holder artwork to understand what's going on, so. So I'm losing 4.
Yeah, it's just like, so this will be very useful for you guys, because if you're designing games, this will actually be very useful for you. There is a bloke on YouTube who has a video series called Card at Work, and he actually has the full tutorial on there on how to do data merging with Adobe InDesign.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
So
when you talk about data merging, can you elaborate on that a little bit for some of us?
All right. So so you see one of the cards in front of you. So you see with the name, the type of the card next to the name, the values on the card itself, the information box, the image, and the border.
Yes.
What a data merge does is that you create a spreadsheet. There's a section where the name of each card is listed, where the values are listed, where what images they're referring to, and whatnot. All that information, it's basically put in there in text format, and like the only two images that you're calling upon are the illustration of the card and the graphic design border. So those just get interposed next to each other, and when you hit the data merge, it all just gets put together. Because in InDesign, what you end up doing is that you just create boxes in it for where the information is placed. And then you can actually have multiple cards created at once, and you just flick through them.
I see. So it works very much in the same way as Excel and Access you're using Adobe for.
Yeah, pretty much. But you still use Excel or Excel spreadsheets to create the CSV file.
Okay.
It's a wonderful way for people to rapidly create things. There's also the quick and nasty way that I've actually been using for a different game that I've been working on. And I've been using the Magic Set Editor to create the cards for that one. But it's not a Magic the Gathering game.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely see how that would be extremely beneficial to anybody.
You know what? I will send it to you guys on the Discord. That Card at Work channel. You watch this, it will change your life as a designer of card games.
I love anything that changes my life in designing.
Get used to living without arms.
The main one you want to watch is episode 4, which is Introduction to Data Merging.
Okay.
So this guy, his channel basically takes you through the full process of like design tips for playtesting and everything like that. Like hell, his first few videos actually completely shows you how to cut cards neatly out of a thing and quickly using freaking modeling knives and everything like that. But yeah, but for the data merge stuff, just completely skip over to episode 4, Introduction to Data Merge, and then there's the next one, Design Poker Cards and Troubleshooting Data Merge, and I think there was another one that shows you some of the inserting and keeping line breaks in data merge. Like there's a whole bunch of other videos about it, but once you know the basics about the data merging stuff, holy crap, it's just awesome. So I'm just going to open up the thing and post a link in there to his playlist with the Card at Work stuff.
There it is.
And yeah, it's great stuff. And anybody who wants to get into game design should pay attention to this channel.
Yeah, anything you can do to shorten the length of time that your workload takes.
We definitely continue to follow up with this game.
You're attacking.
It's not like we're just going to do it twice and be done. Like anytime we feel like playing it again, and things have been changed, we're going to jump on it.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's absolutely great. Like, I want to try and get this game zeroed in on what it truly could be, for when we do the Kickstarter. We are planning to take this game to Kickstarter.
Nice.
You still planning on July?
Yeah, we're planning on July. But we may have to, like, depending on what the how things are going with the game, because like production and shipping, those things have a tendency to be a bit crazy.
Yeah.
So we still have to look at like what kind of cost we're looking at for all that stuff, and because of the amount of content in the game, like there's not a lot right here, like as the base game itself. We gotta look at all that stuff. So yeah, that's the very involved side of game designers. It's like you can't just say, "Hey, I'm going to take this to Kickstarter." You gotta research everything that can go wrong and probably will go wrong.
Definitely.
At least be prepared for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, Angela's got a lot of power built up there.
Looks like.
Yeah.
Don't forget, back kick only builds power when you play it in response.
Oh yeah. It's coming close.
Oh wow, that's a
That's
a nasty combo.
I feel like this might be the final round.
You think so, huh?
Ooh, wow.
Uh-oh.
No.
Ruh-roh.
So what do you guys think of the language of the game? Instead of using things like damage and turn, we use round and hits.
I think it works perfectly fine.
Yeah, it definitely differentiates itself from a bunch of other card
It
games.
makes it feel like a fighting game.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. See, the very interesting thing about this game is that it doesn't do the whole back and forth turn mechanic. Your turns are basically happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
All right. So, you take. No. See, it has Pierce 2, so you take 3, and I take nothing.
Oh, it cancels everything?
Yeah, it's as if your defender kick techniques are canceled.
Oh. All right.
Huh.
All right.
So this is a pretty close match
This
here.
is a pretty close match. So I have 2.
I have 4.
All right, Mike. Mike the Mike.
Yep, I better pull something off now.
Yep. How many? It looks like you got like 2 or 3 cards over there, Jesse.
Yep.
I have 4.
4.
4 left in my.
And Mike has none to draw.
Mm-hmm.
Can't take any damage this turn.
Yep.
And he's attacking too. So that puts him at a bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Come at me,
The
wobbly.
exciting conclusion.
Leave all hobbly.
They're both bloody and tired, and they really need to use the bathroom. They're wanting to get this over with.
Looking forward to the leftovers in my fridge.
Yeah. I got me some chicken lo mein in there. Speaking of which.
So, are there any particular cards that you guys feel that could be better for what they do and whatnot? Like they could be doing something different?
That would be a good thing for us to get back to you on.
Yeah, that's going to take
Okay.
a deeper analysis.
Yeah.
Like off the
But
top
that's
of
a
my
good
head,
thing
I say
to
no.
yeah,
but,
that's a good thing to write down.
it depends on like what the next iteration, like how the rules are going to change and stuff. Seeing what keeps up with it and what doesn't. This better
Actually,
be one
if you-
hell of an attack.
With your guys' stream, one of the things that you could do at the beginning of the second episode that you do when you do your follow through is that if there's been any changes to the game, you introduce the game with the errata and changes that have happened since the previous stream.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is looking bad here.
This is going to be very bad.
What you gonna do, buddy?
Heart of the cards.
Oh
Painful
no!
Groan, he solidifies his moves.
a back kick, a spinning hook kick, and a jab. In that order.
I mean, if you want to.
Oh, he's gonna throw it.
He's gonna throw
it. Play a third
3
throw.
throws. Come on, bring that third one out.
I don't have. I discarded a throw because I was like, I don't want this throw in my hand, and I drew 2 throws back to back, and that's why I was like, I'm out of speed, but so I'm gonna end up taking the 3 damage, but blocking the rest of it, and you're taking 4 from this and 8 from this.
Yep.
Oh, well, that settles
How many
it.
cards do you have left in your hand?
I have 3 cards left in my hand and 1 left in my deck.
Oh, good game.
Whoa.
Oh, Angela got a win.
It's still the king.
Jesse is the king. He is the. Oh wait.
Yeah.
He is the. For this week, he is the one true dummy.
I dub the one true dummy.
Huzzah!
So, wow. So the next stream is going to be the real decider because we have a win with King, we got a win with Angela, and we have 1 draw.
Yeah. Yep. And really interesting games, guys. Do we have any follow-up comments for Chris? Anything?
Some more depth in that, I'm sure.
We definitely got a better feel for the game today than we had yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
Those couple of extra things we implemented last night really did help speed up gameplay and make it a little bit easier to just work with the game mechanics.
Yeah.
I think with a little bit more polishing, this will be an excellent game.
Yeah. So, Chris, I think what we'll do is sit back, think of some questions for us. We're going to sit back and think of some questions for you. We'll probably end up doing this a few more times before our next stream. What you guys want to do Wednesday?
Not this Wednesday, but the next one. Give us a week and a half of 9
days. For the actual second
For the full second.
Yeah, for the second look.
Hey guys, the more time you give me for that next stream, I will be able to implement changes on the cards. So if you guys can give me any feedback, any at all, on what cards you think are underperforming, what characters you think are underperforming, what kind of effects you think could be implemented, especially with the new taunt and stun introductions. That would be extremely helpful, and I can work with K-Mank to get a completely new iteration of the game up and for you guys to have a go at on the next stream.
Wonderful, man. That's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that the power acceleration is a good starting point.
Yeah. The
Because
power definitely needs to be
that
accelerated.
seems to be the main thing holding a lot of combos back.
Yeah.
Especially with
It's-
the character-specific moves.
Yeah. So what I would end up doing with that is I would implement the rule that King has, where each character has 2 specific basic moves that they can do that generates that little bit of extra power. So that's something that I would end up doing there, because right now King has a light strike move that when he does it gets 2 power instead of 1, and he has a heavy kick move that gains 1 power and normally doesn't gain power.
Yeah.
See, that could be very interesting to think about, because then it would be like each character has their own specialty.
Yeah.
You know, like King gets it from certain kind of strikes.
He
Taekwondo lady gets it from kicks. You know.
Yeah, he gets it from the elbow strike and the knee strike, so those 8 points.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So while they have their own character-specific moves, they'll end up having their own basic attacks that are more special, that they're able to use a little bit better because of their fighting style.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I would say any changes you could get together, do you think you could get that done by, and like sent over to us by like the 11th? Well, the 11th for you, anyway.
The 11th for me would end up being your 10th.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so the 12th for you then, because we would need it by our 13th. Right?
So you're planning to do the stream on your Wednesday 13th, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so my Wednesday 13th is basically your 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's completely fine. That's completely fine. So the stream for that week will be on Thursday for me. All right, fair enough. Fair
Right
enough.
on.
Yeah, so if you get try to get it to us with a little bit of time to prep the materials and look over the new rules and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And
Well,
we'll
I will get on
absolutely be in
to
touch with
Kemik.
you
We'll get
between now
the
and then.
data merge fired up and everything like that. All I need from you guys is any feedback you can give me on the cards themselves. However, it just seems to me right now that the best way to move things forward more quickly is to take the secondary effect that King has and apply it to all the characters, so they all have moves that they can gain a bit more power off, because he seemed to be pulling off his combos a lot better because of that, just that one mechanic. Like, we could have thought about a whole bunch of other
he was
mechanics
a bit
around
more
that.
dominant. Yeah,
Just a tad.
just a tad.
Well, wonderful, guys. That was a great first stream.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for everybody coming by. Chris,
Thank you so much, guys. It was great to be here.
Thank you for the opportunity. I mean, it's just been great. It's really got a lot of us, just the whole community pulled together, so it's been fun. But if you have any comments, anything you want to tell us, man, please feel free to message us anytime.
Yep. I'm active in the
I
Discord.
will.
pretty
You
much all the
guys will
time.
be the first ones I come to.
Nice.
Wonderful.
All right, well, Chris, did you have any comments to close with?
Did you guys have fun?
Oh,
the most
my
important
God,
thing.
absolute
yeah.
fun. If we can sit here and do this for 3 hours, we're having fun.
That's great. That's really great.
But, all right, guys, well, we're going to sign off, and Chris, we'll be in touch with you. So,
Awesome.
Until next time, this is from the Dummies.
Stay dummy.
So long.
Stay dummy. Welcome to the Dummy Dummy.